Good. The phone, I think. Okay. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Okay. Okay, I think we're back now. Yeah, okay. Hello there, Karuna and River. Welcome. Okay, here we go. What's going on here? Okay. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Ain't no problem like feet. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Requests? I'm not sure. What's your request, my friend? You can ask their Garfunkel. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. I don't know if you'll get what you want, but let's see. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Where you watching from there, Garfunkel? Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare. Oh, Twitch TV. Oh, really? Okay, great. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Thank you for coming there. Yeah, okay, this is chanting if you haven't been here before. We're chanting these these names, and this is a way of spiritual advancement, advancing in spiritual elevation of consciousness. And happiness comes along with that automatically, which is nice. We all want to be happy, right? It's all about happiness. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. So chant along with us or just listen to the vibration. Hare Krishna. Thank you there, Garfunkel. Yeah, I tell you, if you keep coming back here, you'll start to, if you don't understand now, you'll start to understand there's a reason we're doing this. There's a logic to it. There's an intelligence to it. There's a happiness that's extraordinary, very unique. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Can't explain it right now because I'm in the middle of being happy, I guess. I'm in a communication mode, communing with some divine intelligence right now. Getting some realizations. I have to have these talks every day, otherwise, my day ain't great. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. I guess so. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. So stick around, Garfunkel, or come back or watch the replay because I'm going to have some interesting talk, very practical today, I think, about money, wealth. It's a topic. It's the honey. Money's the honey. So come back for the honey. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Crypto, if you're into it also. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Conspiracy theories too. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
Krishna, mute your mic. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Nityananda, 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 Gauranga, 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 Nityananda, Gauranga, Nityananda, 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 Gauranga, 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 Gauranga. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Nityananda, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Jesus, 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 Jesus. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Jesus, Jesus. Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, Emily, all these new people. Jesus the Good Shepherd. All right. Hey, we got a lot of new people coming here. Hey, let's have a talk. Let's discuss. Yeah, why not? Okay, where's the thing? Ah, there it is. Hare Krishna. Yeah. Yeah, Krishna is showing me a lot of stuff. I love these conversations with God. You know that book, Conversations with God, it became a bestseller. People like that. You know, this idea of a person asking God question, the invisible, you know, and having some communication. The only problem with that is a lot of speculation. See, and people it became famous. But can you imagine having a solid conversation with God? You know, that comes through where you're getting a pure message, not through that was like a channeling. And I mean, you know, to me, I was used to better. I'm used to this kind of conversation. It's very clean, very pure, very insightful, and proves it. You know, so insightful. It's hard for people to understand that are attached to speculating, you know, and believe in speculation. So anyway, I started to realize certain things because I'm, you know, looking into the world and we're almost forced to see this. You know, like the world is looming here as a kind of an unstableness. You notice a bit of instability. You know, people trying to find some shelter, find some stability. You know, and in the crypto space, I'm learning a lot about God. You know, see, they have these things called stable coins. You know, it's a coin just on a digital. It's just all kind of illusion. You know, they create the things on the computer. You know, it's called a stable coin though, so it doesn't go up or down. You know, it's stable, so people can. You know, especially the control freaks, they like to take shelter the stable coin because, you know, it's stable. You know, it doesn't go up or down. They just kind of can count on it always being like this. You know, see, like that is stable. You know, and so the government want to crack down on stable coins because they don't like stability. They don't want. This is Maya. You got to understand. Maya's game is always trying to teach you. There's no stability in her. There's no her, him, whatever you want to call it. If you, whatever, you know, male, female, doesn't matter. You know, maybe both. So Maya has a consort, right? Shiva has a consort. So anyway, there's this stability people are looking for. You know, some people like the volatility because they like highs and lows. See, they like to go. This is stock market stuff. They go and they try, oh, when it goes high, they feel really good. They're high. You see, they're high. It's like a high, you know, like a ras, a taste. It's an elevation. The people want elevation, right? In our inborn, we want we want to go higher and higher, but it never does like that. Nothing. You know, whatever you have counting on in the material world goes high and then low and then and you got to experience that and you feel the high and there's an intoxication and oh I won. You like winning the lottery. You know, you go to the 7-Elevens, all these lotteries, oh, people because they want to go high. They hope for one day I'm going to go high. See, they want to, and they, you know, probably don't. Sometimes they win a little something. Oh, they get a little high, you know. Yeah. But then they go low, they lose, you know. This is the world. So people they believe in it. They believe in this material meditation, basically, that brings you high and low and high and low, up and down. It becomes a disease, you know. The disease they call that what's that? Bipolar. You know, very high and low and high. We get some of those bipolars in here too. You know, they come here. They got to get purified. Yeah, this bipolar thing. It's just a material thing of used to addiction to high and lows. That's why people take these what do you call drugs that the big pharma give. You know, they like the highs, but they start to really hate the lows. You know. Yeah. So anyway, this is going on, and so the world, the greatest thing in the world. Oh yeah, and so anyway, people's trust is being Emily. Okay, yeah, whatever. Okay, yeah. Um, people's trust in the world now is being tested, because the world is finding, it's coming to light, everything in the tribulation, and how consciousness evolves and is elevated is we have to become aware of what is really to be trusted in this world. Okay, so the world is finding, see, Maya is just exposing herself and saying, hey, you trusted me. You trusted the government. You trusted the politicians. You trusted the doctors. You trusted big pharma, right? And look, they're finding out not to be so trustworthy, corrupted, because everything in the world is just naturally corrupted. It's just the way it is. It's just part of it. It's just, it is, it's not worth to be too trusted. Okay. See, it's just how it is. So it's being exposed now how corrupted things are. And so that's why Jesus came up with these beautiful sayings, basically he said, trust not in things that are, that gather dust and can be stolen by thieves and all that. That's the world. It's always like this because people are like that. They're corrupted and corruptible all the way into religion. It's the same thing. You think you can trust God in religion? Look at Chamaguri. She I found Prabhupada, right? Wonderful personality. This guy has, their books and everything is so beautiful, so trustworthy. See? And then people, they come into religion, see, on the level of he just had to get things going like Moses. But the people get corrupt. They're corrupted still. They're not. Their hearts are not pure, like a personality like Prabhupada and Bhakti Sana. Oh, they're just, they come in. That's why they have to come into these persons. Their hearts are not corrupted yet, and will never be, actually, because they know what is trustworthy. See, they trust in that. Okay? So the world is coming into a wake-up call. And this is what I'm finding in the chanting that's just amazing. This is, people are looking now, like, a lot of people's hopes are on Bitcoin because it's trustless. You don't have to trust anybody. And they think that's the answer. Let's go trustless. And a lot of things in the Bitcoin, it's trustless because we can't trust the government anymore, right? We can't trust the doctors. We can't trust our authorities anymore. So maybe the answer is trustless. Let's go trustless. See, that's also an illusion. Because we're built in to trust something. And the whole problem with humanity is from the very beginning, starting from Adam and Eve. She trusted the snake and not God. It all started there. She trusted what was corrupted and corruptible. It's amazing, huh? This is great preaching, huh? It's amazing. Where does this stuff come from? My Lord, this conversation, you guys can you can be a book that is a bestseller, even though it may not sell very well because people are so corrupted and they like speculation. But amongst, you have friends, people will listen because some people really want something that they can depend on, something that is really trustworthy. It's not about trustless. Even that will get corrupted and controlled and manipulated because this is Maya's domain. And her teaching, in essence, is go back to trusting God. Learn who and what God is, and not the corruptible version, but by religion even. You're not trustworthy. You ISKCON people, you cannot trust your conception of God. You don't know God. And Gaudiya Smriti and all of you, Gaudiya Math and the world. You got to find somebody that is in touch with that uncorruptible personality, God, real God, and can teach you who and what that God is and how the process of connecting with that forever, which you learn here is a forever deal. Because we're built to trust something, and it's all about, finding that trustworthy connection to meditate on. That's why all the great souls like Jesus said, hey, man, he was meditating on God, man. He trusted in that, trusted in the Lord. Because everything else is going to be corrupted. The Maya, it's rigged. It's rigged to get you to stop worshiping her, stop believing in her, stop putting your faith in her. I say her. She's kind of a woman, woman thing. Women is in Maya is it just makes you or man. It's the same process. Oh, trust me. Don't you see how beautiful I am? Oh, yes, beautiful man or woman. Oh, I'll trust you. I'll give my heart to you. Shamaguri can relate to this. Everybody, we all can. Oh, how many I found the relationship of my life a few times. Oh, I finally found it. I put my heart, gave my whole heart, everything. And the person one day just said, "Oh, see you later. I found somebody more interesting." I give my heart and everything. Oh, my world is devastated. See, that's when you're trusting the wrong thing. Krishna is not like that. His name ain't like that, man. Especially once you get going, man. You come here. We're going to get you going, man. We're going to get you into the name. We're going to get you to feel that. And that trusted source, man, the store of wealth everybody's looking for is not in gold. It's not in Bitcoin even. It's not in anything. It's definitely not in the government. But it is in the government. It's on the antithesis of the government standard. The government, the governor. We need to have trust in the true governor and the true governess. See, governor, governess. Radha Krishna, holy name, Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. You come here, you're going to get attracted to them. And that is the essence. When you're attracted, you'll like to chant, you'll like to take shelter, and you'll feel this is so trustworthy. They come back to me. My ex-wife never came, she just left. And my girlfriends all left, and your boyfriends and husbands, they all go, or you get rid of them. They're not a trusted source.
May I say something, Guru?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because you just said it, the women, and then you said, oh, the men. They are both the temptation. Both.
Yeah. You're the snake.
Not only women, both. Men also. I can tell a story, but I will not.
No, they're both. Both. It's the same, it's that attraction. See? And the main thing is, the essence is, you gotta, if you connect with God, and then even you can have your relationships, you can have your money and Bitcoin, whatever, but who is really the trusted source. And the Lord makes it, he's saying, oh, my children, you got it. You figured it out. It all comes from me. I'm the golden goose, and the Maya comes from me also, and I'm not involved in it. Now you see why I'm not, because it's just not stable. It's not a stable. There's not. See, when you get into God now, you start to trust. Let's see, the whole point of gurus, they just get you into that connection. That's the point. All these gurus and bygone acharyas, and if you're lucky, you find a real one that's not a religionist, not a guru in some big organization that's just got to toe party lines and politics and all that stuff. That's all ISKCON and all of them. God used meet you, all of them. And as long as you trust that, you're always going to get kicked in the face, man. It's religion. You come here, we'll teach you how to abandon all varieties of religion, because you don't need it anymore. You're trusting. You've got a connection. You're wealthy, man. You're wealthy because you have faith in the real God. You learn who the real God is. All I can do is teach you who my real God is. And if it's acceptable to you, if you think it's really worthy of taking shelter and trusting, well, you do it. And then, see, that's the witness program, man. You're getting the same kind of fruits. It's proving that these fruits are good. More than good. They're transcendental. Look at Lalita's class today, just chanting in ecstasy, connected and bonded with that trustworthy personality. And you can see day after day after day, she likes it. Oh man, gives her great happiness. Look, make her world change and transform into better. She's the goddess of fortune now. The goddess of fortune is exactly like that, and exactly like anybody can be here. They're all just the goddess of fortune you hear about that people are worshiping. Her fortune ain't wealth. That's her material aspect. People have trust in that. Even she says, these people, all this material stuff comes from, through me, and people take shelter of it. They're fools. She's not taking shelter of that. This fortune just comes naturally through her, just good material fortune even. But her good fortune, she teaches, is, hey man, listen to the stories. Her good fortune is being in loving God, loving her. She's got the shade of God's feet. We all are built for that, to learn how to trust that transcendental Lord, who that transcendental Lord is, how to connect with this forever. And once you feel bonded, once you feel that emotion, man, you ain't going to unstick that. Okay? Because that's eternal. Now you're trusting the real source. What happens? Oh, the volatility comes back because people love highs and lows. The only problem is in the world. They want stability because the highs and lows are miserable Ras. Here are the highs and lows. The high is chanting in ecstasy, and the low is that stable thing. You become stable. Oh yeah, you feel satisfied. Your whole day is good. Everything just works out really nicely. You're charged up. Your battery's charged. And then if you start feeling, I'm missing, but now you're not missing some mundane friggin' person that can't add anything to you. You're missing the Lord and the Lord's real devotees. So you go to the real devotees. I do every day. You pick up the books and you hear the glorification of their Lord, because they're real devotees, and you realize, my devotion. You see, your devotion. Now you trust in what is trustworthy, because devotion has awakened. People don't know what devotion is. They don't know how important it is. They don't know how valuable it is. Seek the kingdom of God is the kingdom of devotion for the Lord. That bond, man, that emotional connection. Yeah, that gives you the life, the energy. See, you can there. The sun is like the Lord. See, and the suns in the world are the rays from that sun that are connected again and that's forever. See, this bond, this love for God keeps that light going in this world and all the worlds that the soul goes through, not cut off. See, because people are looking into the Maya for trust. See, they're still trying to figure out what is trustworthy here. Is it money? Is it Bitcoin? Is it the government? And so this is a fantastic time because people's trust is being unhinged. Nowhere. I'm also was trying to look where can I trust? Where can I trust? And there's no. And my conclusion is, hey man, stay with the Lord. That's trustworthy. Every day coming, every day energized, every day understanding deeper and deeper happiness. Isn't that what we're looking for? People taking these big pharma pills because they're depressed one day and high another day and depressed, and then the depression gets more. See, I tell you, the Lord is my pill. I just take my pill. Hey man, you got to take a pill. Might as well take this, man. My pill is get every morning, and during the day, I don't like to, just stay away a whole day even, when I say in the middle of the days. Yeah, let's take our pill. We got to take our, medication. See, the Lord is meant to be the medication, the medicine. See, a medicine man. People go to medicine. Oh, you're a medicine man, and they go hoochie goochie and all that. Another manipulation thing. People go to these people to do ayahuasca and all that, and they also still interested in that. It's not perfect. See, and then you got to take another trip, and the very costs you a lot of money here too. Even here in Mexico, Ooh, ayahuasca. Ooh, yeah, we're gonna, a lot of money, because then you're going to be dependent on this medicine man to give you that medicine. It's all rigged, to just take your faith away from what is illusions and everything. Or small steps. Now it's going to be a big leaps, man. Big leaps here. We have a big teaching, man, how to just plug people into the source. And it's not about, we'll plug you into the source and now you go trustless. Don't throw the guru away, right? Throw the guru away. You don't need him anymore. You can become God. See, everybody gets caught in that does that. You start speculating, you start falling down more, you become offensive to, our life's force. All the guru is, they just keep you honest in this world. Otherwise you start bullshitting yourself and bullshitting others, like people that leave here. Can you imagine here? What is the whole point? It's like, for me, I was looking for some living person that represented Rupa Goswami and Srila Prabhupada. I mean, some living being. I couldn't find one, not even Narayan Raj. I'm telling you honestly, not even him. And you don't like it? Go back there. Go trust and have however long you want. I tried it. I tried a year and a half. I seen him take my disciples, that I was meant to have. Well, not meant, because they went, so, but, he was teaching me things. And I saw how he had no faith in what bhakti I always had and have now, and I'm really committed to, and really show the world that this really works, man. And this is real as you're going to get, man. More real than in ISKCON and Gaudiya Math and the world. That's what I learned going around here and there and everywhere else. This journey was fruitful in that sense. He's not saying stop talking, but more doing some internal exploring. You will find a happiness in this modern mads by replacing. Oh, yeah. Somebody's saying, is anyone allowed to join? Oh, yeah. Come on in there, Garfunkel. Let's see. The link is on Facebook. So I don't know if somebody can get you the link. Oh, there it is. Good. So yeah, click on that link and you'll come in. Yeah. So anyway, these are some things I was musing on with this relationship. See, this relationship is wonderful because you start to have conversations with God. What do you think the book is about? It's helping people, and became a bestseller because people are looking for something like that. Oh, conversation with God, channelings, all these things are the reflection, or the reflection of what we're meant to have with the Lord. My whole thing is, is to help people connect with the Lord. So you have your conversations with the Lord every day. See? And because it's so wonderful, it gets me out of trying to manipulate you guys. Nobody, unless you are really in this, your heart will be polluted with some corruption trying to manipulate people. And that's why I learned I can't trust these gurus. Their hearts are not purified by this kind of worship, and everybody will be corrupted. If I had this connection was cut off or something, I'd be corrupted, because I'll just have to take shelter of Maya. And Maya will corrupt them. She's corruptible. She's corrupted, and you take shelter of her, you become corrupted by association. There's nothing. That's why I kiss the ground, man. Thank you, Lord, for giving me attraction to your transcendental nature. You've showed me what Satchidananda is, and that is trustworthy. That is my goal. That's my store of wealth. It's not in Bitcoin, trustless. It's not about trustless or becoming God. That's basically trustless. I want to become God. That's how I'll get out of this. No, you won't, because it's still an illusion. It's to find what is really trustworthy. Our hearts are looking for that. That's why people trust the government. They want to trust something. So immaturity is you trust what is corruptible and you become corrupted and they cheat you and lie to you. And all of the world is like that. It's rigged to get you unhinged in your faith in it. We are meant to trust the source. See, that sun. And where we become a ray of that sun. That's surrender. And willingly. I mean, look, you know, this surrender is so fantastic because you're tapped into unlimited potency and energy and life, everlasting. So you're saying, oh, good, we got some Emily. So you're saying you need God or you'd be a bad person? Great question. Oh man, I love this. Yeah. Okay, so let's discuss this. So you're saying you need God or you'll be a bad person. Well, actually, no. You could be a good person too without God. And most, you know, a lot of people think being a good person is God, is like connecting with God. And you know, it is in a sense. But you see, we have Bhagavad Gita, and Krishna explained these things about the modes of nature of goodness, passion, and ignorance. It's still part of his Maya. It's still a covering to connecting with the true God. And this is kind of things we sort out here. They make distinctions. What is this true God beyond being a good person? Nobody knows. Well, some people, a few people. To me, what I've learned, only a very, I haven't found one actually, to be quite honest. Well, one. But now we're making more that understand these things. See? So anyway, you have to connect with the true eternal Lord, you have to go beyond a good person, being a good person. And even Jesus talked about this. Jesus said, if you follow a righteous man, a righteous person, you get a righteous reward. See, righteous means good. They're right, you know, right, wrong. So right is better, you know, doing good morals and everything. But there are limitations there, and we discussed that. Jesus put it out, and we can fluff that out. Okay? So that you get a righteous reward if you follow a righteous person. But if you follow a prophet, you get a prophet's reward. And that's where we're at. That's where you get the real God. That's where you get the real prophet. See, prophet. You want the highest profit? You want the best investment? Ooh, you come here. We'll give you the highest dividends, the highest profit. You'll become a prophet. You know, you'll become like the goddess of fortune, and profit will just come out of you. People just profit by seeing you, much less hearing to you. You'll give them they'll profit in ways that nobody in this planet has been able to profit by because they don't know what you know. We make real profits here. Literally, I make real profits and real profits out there. To me, this is a big profit, man. Give me a chance to speak about and glorify the truth. To me, that's profit, man. My days of success. I made a lot of wealth today already. And my day is just starting. You know, tell me where you hear stuff. I've never heard anything like this. I never heard Narayan Raj speak like this. I never heard Radhana speak like this. A real experienced person, you know, and everybody's glorified. Oh, Narayan, oh, Radhana, oh, Jaipadana, oh. What do you get from them? Oh, I don't know. A lot of rules, a lot of regulations. I can't eat carrots. Tomatoes are off the menu because I'll get polluted if I eat a carrot or tomato. That's what I got. Oh, I see. Oh, what a high guru you've gotten. He's gotten you really high. I had one of the disciples in Narayan Raj when I was preaching. I was eating. I was in Goa, man, talking about Lord Caitanya and eating. And she says, that is offensive. 20 years with Narayan Raj. 20 years after having Prabhupada and somebody else. And then went on to Narayan Raj. And she said, God, that is offensive. Oh, you learned that from Narayan Maharaj. 20 years with him. Oh, boy, you really advanced. I was like, whoa. And then she said, are you sure you're pleasing Prabhupada? I thought, is this a friggin' neophyte? 20 years with this guy. This is the elevation they got. And I found it to do with all of them. You know, they're all like that, I had one guy, I finally got free of ISKCON, and free of that, of all that. And I was so happy. And I was in Jagannath Puri, man. I was so happy. I was with Prabhupada and God. And I saw a Narayan Raj devotee with his big group now. He was just a brahmachari. Now he's sannyas. Oh, completely changed his whole mood. And I said, hey, how's it going? And we had an intimate kind of friendly relation before in Vrindavan. Hey, how you doing, man? He immediately looked, no, neck beads. Oh, my God. And he started right in front of the group. Hey, you sorry, nonsense. Yeah. I'm looking at the guy and says, oh, that guy was with him, with Narayan Raj for 30 years. I said, hey, sayonara, now I know why I left. And got back on the real program, because my heart on this life was to learn what religion is and to abandon it for the truth. That's all. I take shelter. That's why I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of Narayan Raj being offensive to him. I know what that's about. I'm confident what that's about. If you have any faith in any of that, that's your weakness. I see it. Even, a nice devotee yesterday was confused. You know why he was confused? He said, there's these acharyas. And that's what I'm saying for your benefit. And this is for the benefit of everybody. When I preach, I'm preaching so you can get solid in the truth, man. So you can abandon religion. That's what it's all about. You got to be the Bhagavad Gita verse that abandon religion, but not for lies. You can't abandon. That's why people are stuck in religion. You have to have the real solid truth and your foundation in it. Then you can do it. And that's what I teach you. You interested in high class? You want summum bonum? You want to be a connoisseur of what real spiritual life is? Well, that's what was taught here. So the person said, this is really important. He says, these other acharyas, and they're all like, saying, no, you chant the holy name. If you do this or do that, you're going to go to hell. And, just really hard, like that kind of mood. And these acharyas who I have a lot of respect for, I'm confused now because you're saying different. And what I'm reading is different too. He knows because he has some sense because he's been around here. Now I'm confused. And they're confused because you have faith in Maya. Okay? That causes confusion. That's what she's here to do. Confuse you. That giving who these acharya, even to say they're an acharya without discriminating, say that, well, look at that. I said, by their fruits they shall be known. Didn't you hear from Jesus yet? Look at that hard-hearted teaching. Look at the power. Oh, you hard-hearted. That's because the hard hearts, that hard teachings, hard things come out of their mouth. And you're confused because that's not the real path, man. See? So the whole world is confused, and that's why they stay in religion. Well, if anybody's ready to get out of religion, you come and listen here and see if what's being taught here is more reasonable than your religious leaders are teaching you. See, just check it out. Or if you're still too afraid, well, I can't leave today. I'm going to go to stay under the shelter, Narayan Raj. Well, stay under the shelter until you're ready. It may take, if it's this lifetime, next, whatever. But it's all about finding the real guru who has got the real mercy, who teaches you how to trust the real God beyond good persons. Most people at best can teach you moral principles to be a good person, all that. All right, what do we got? God is personal. We are part of God and can have a beautiful relationship with God. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. So if you want, you can tell us about your relationship with your God. And actually, that'll expose if you're actually in with the real God or not. Here we can discern things like that. It's not like, a lot of people talk, oh yeah, God is do. Yeah, you got all these people in religion. They're religious leaders saying they can take you to the kingdom of God. But can they really? You come here, we'll find out who you are and what you are. Are you ready for that? We'll discern if you have a real relationship with God. We have all the tools here. Here we can get out of it. You know how many people say they have a real relationship with God? I want to see symptoms, man. I want to see an extraordinary. If you have a real relationship with the God past good, just the good God, then you're going to have extraordinary experiences, man. We're going to see tears. We're going to see ecstasy. We're going to see elevation of consciousness. We're going to see deep knowledge and information and understanding that is par excellence. That's how it is. Those who have real relationship with the transcendental Lord have transcendental spiritual emotions and have the same kind of feelings people have in the kingdom of God, devotion to the true Lord. They know who that Lord is. Okay? So those kinds of persons come here and teach the process of having a relationship with that true Lord to the point of experience. And then you have experience of what they have experienced. See, that's a line. That's what's called a disciplic succession. Okay? So whether you're with Jesus in that line or in the Vaishnava line, it's all leading to personal experience of the transcendental God, not the good God. Good, that you got to go beyond that, deeper than that. Okay, what do we got here? FD. What is FD mean? Oh, Facebook. No, I believe Facebook is a cult. See, yeah, you see, I think you're still in the good God, personally. See, you think Facebook is a cult. See, I see Facebook as an opportunity to reach so many people. I don't care about oh, Facebook is going to burn me out. Oh, they're going to take my this and take my. I'm just thinking, how can I use this to bring God into people's lives? The real God, the God that I consider real, my God. See? My God. And to prove that my God is really nice, very universal, is our preaching here. I want to see, just whatever fruits come of that. And you guys tell me that this has my God that I worship with all my heart and all my faith. Is it a good God? Is he better than the good? To me, if you just say he's a good God, I'm thinking, well, either that's not good enough. Is he a transcendental Lord, man? Does he cause extraordinary happiness that I look at like Lita and Johan. Are they extraordinarily happy, or anybody else?
God.
Are you more happy than you were before? And a happiness that is enduring and lasting. That's what I'm looking at. Garfunkel, that's Positive View on Facebook platform. Yeah. Well, it happens when you're engaged in the service of the Lord. That's why in many senses sometimes I criticize Zuckerberg and sometimes I praise him. I criticize him to maybe help him or anybody else, and I praise him because he's giving me the opportunity. It's not actually, he's just a servant. He's just he's serving a master. We all are serving a master, and ultimately it's one master. It all comes from that one master. And that one master is just trying to get us to learn about, don't let me master you through my modes of nature. You don't like that master. See, that master, that when you're mastered by me in that indirect form, you're going to be ultimately miserable and confused and weakened. See, come and be mastered. See, remastered, actually, like remastered. You see the remaster thing, that you become like a new record. See, with a digitally remastered, even better than that, by getting the true master forever. See, this master, man, chanting Hare Krishna in ecstasy. What a brilliant idea of Lord Chaitanya, who's the most brilliant person in the whole universe. What a brilliant, simple system that everybody can do. And just come into the association of real devotees, not the hypocrites, not the ones who claim to bring you to Vrindavan, not the ones caught by Putana. They need to come here too. Let's come here. We'll change Putanas. Hey, you gurus out there, a little Putana in you, come over here, man. We'll change you. We'll make you into real maidservants, and you'll be a real guru, and you'll take your disciples to the real Vrindavan. See? Some people like this. They would probably, if they heard, oh my God, what's he doing? We're losing control. Everybody hates, they're afraid of losing control, losing disciples, losing their buildings, losing their money. And go, Ari, I'm just putting it out here. You guys say, you can say, well, he just spoke about Narayan Maharaj, the most respectable person in the world. And he's saying, just kind of poo-pooing it, saying, no, it ain't any big deal. I'm going to go away. You guys could all go away if you want. I mean, because I mentioned his name. And everybody is, oh, he's so, I'm looking, hey, man, what have you done, man? Where, not done like physical things, but where is that fruit that I'm always looking for? Fruit of love of God. Where is that? I didn't see it in one disciple, not one. And everybody says, oh, yeah, they're all no-shows. Everyone is a no-show. Everyone. See, because they can't show. There's a little bit or a lot of some hypocrisy there. See? Because they know deep inside, ultimately, you have to do what Lord Chaitanya, you have to be empowered to do what he did. You have to be empowered like Madhavinda Puri. You have to have ecstatic divine love. It's got to be true and real, not chilly in the eyes. See? Real empowerment by the Transcendental Lord. And it's extraordinary. Your speaking will be extraordinary. It'll be like Jesus. If it ain't like Jesus, you haven't found the real guru, man. It'll be like Prabhupada. Otherwise, you haven't found the real guru. It'll be like all of these devotees. Why? Because the same God is empowering them. Same one. Okay? And if you listen to those things, you take shelter of those words, you find they're trustworthy. Okay? And then you get the result of believing in the truth. See, trusting in true words that represent the real Lord without speculation. You get the real result, ecstatic devotion, like the guru. That's all I got, just to give you what I got, man. You know, like, doesn't the son and the daughter supposed to represent the father and mother? Well, there you go, man. That's what we do here, man. It's all right. It's already fructifying. There are fruits on this tree we're growing here. You can see it. The world can see it. That's why I preach a little boldly. It's very timely. And we came at just the right time. Love it. The world, people's trust in the world is falling apart. Great, man. Come here. We'll teach you. We'll take you beyond trustless. You know, yeah, I'm not going to trust anybody. We'll take you to the real trustworthy one, man. And I'll count that my happiness. When I see your happiness, I'll say, man, this is great, man. Because just like in the world, man, the father and mother are proud of their sons and daughters that are doing well. Right? This is just a spiritual thing. This is an eternal thing. I'll be proud of Lalita and Johans and anybody else and Rivers as your happiness increases, as your faith in truth increases. Yeah, this is it's all about spiritual dimension here. And it's very natural because we're used to trusting something, right? Oh, wow, you're just teaching me a better thing to trust, a better person to trust. See, it's all person. You see, it's personal here. Do I trust Biden or Trump even? Oh, you can't trust Trump either. Oh, he's into that. And it's just two wings on the same bird. Oh, where am I going to trust? Oh, maybe it's trustless. No. Come, let me introduce you to my Lord. That's what Guru is. They introduce you to their Lord. And you see, make your own judgment. You don't like my Lord, go away. Don't like my Lord, go to Jaipataka's Lord. Go to Naradanath's Lord. Go to Narayan Raj's Lord. And see if it gives you the happiness. Hey, man, I'm here to introduce you to my Lord. Yeah. Those lords, I've never found anybody ecstatic from going to their lords. They could be in the real line and not in the real line. Nobody knows these teachings. They're all in our books. I love to bring them out, to bring them to light, light them up, man. They're like nuclear bombs. They blow up all your ignorance, your speculations. Yeah, Madhavinda Puri had two examples of his disciples, two guys. One was Ishvara Puri, who got the mercy of Madhavinda Puri. And then, so Madhavinda Puri introduced him to his God. And he said, very good, a witness. Oh, man, Madhavinda Puri, he's laughing and crying and everything. I love this. He said, man, this is better than my life experience here in the world. I never found anybody but Madhavinda Puri that gave me a greater experience of life. That's what it's all about. And then the other ones are like the ones now in religions. A lot of Prabhupada disciples. See, he was a Ramachandra Puri. He didn't have the benefit. He was a fault finder of pure devotees. He found fault with his own guru. That's why they changed Prabhupada's book. They find fault with their own guru, and they don't know it. See? Matter of fact, you're not allowed. I think a lot of places, you're not allowed to read the books. You have to read the changed books. It's an offense to read the original books. Can you imagine? This is called illusion. No wonder they're lining people up. The gurus are lining you up to get your poison injection. No wonder. It's not surprising. That's why we're here timely, man. Can you trust that? A lot of you guys in ISKCON and all of you, man. Can you trust that? Is that giving you shelter? If you're fed up a little bit, come over here. Check out our God. Check out my Lord. See, take a chance. Spend 30 days. Check out my Lord here. Yeah. See if he's universal. See if he's a good fit for you. Can you imagine have a pair of shoes that are universal? You put your feet in it and they expand or contract to the size of your foot. That's my Lord. I didn't know I was. See, that's a new hat. Shoe salesman. I didn't know I was a shoe salesman. I'm selling Krishna because he's a good fit for everybody. That's the real guru. They were the verse in second verse of first canto, man. The highest truth, distinguished from illusion for the welfare of who? One person? Sannyasis, sinners, saints, for everybody. One size. Krishna, he shrinks or expands to fit your foot. No, you can't. I say you can't ask for a better fit than that. I see he shrinks or expands in Lalita or River or Shamaguri, just the right size. It takes a lot of work off of me. I don't have to control the size and fit. The Lord does it all. He just slips inside and just kind of settles in.
Oh.
I knew this was going to be an interesting class today.
Oh, it's so amazing. Good. Oh my God. Whew.
Here, let me do a Jesus thing. Of myself, I could not do this. I could do nothing. Let me do Ramananda Roy. Oh, it's so interesting. You guys are sitting, the Lord is sitting out there, and he's also inside speaking through me. It's the same thing. Where Prabhupada said, don't think I wrote these books. They were dictated by the Lord. This is just a verbal. That was the written one, and this is the verbal way. The Lord could work many different ways. Sometimes he works in a singer, singing a song. Yeah. Let's see. We bathe in holy water here every day. Yeah, that's true. The concept of good, according to culture, time, and situation, this is beyond all the. Yeah, it's beyond. Yeah, that's God. He's beyond all material considerations. Yeah. He's an experience of the truth. It's what Jesus said, something that's universal teaching for all those who find the real path. He found some people excited about his preaching, see, and they were listening and getting purified, because that's how it works. You got to be born of the word, like Book of John says. Book of John, first verse in the first chapter says, those who did listen to Jesus were born of the word. See, not of flesh and blood. See, that's for the first, you get born from your parents. They're born from the word he spoke. See? Not just being a Brahmin, that's still material. Oh, we'll make you a good Brahmin. You'll be a good person and a good follower of rules and regulations. And you'll be born of the thread and the banana and the fire. No. Wouldn't you like a path that goes deeper than that? See? Then you're qualified to study the Vedas or worship the stone. You're still a stone yourself, but you can worship the stone with the flame. See, you got a nice external flame. No passion in your heart yet. You don't know what that is, because you got to get the kind of birth Jesus was talking about and St. John was talking about. Born of the word. Oh, the word, that birth. Ah, man. You go beyond the threads. See, threads. Go beyond the threads. You see, I'm not taking shelter with threads here to preach. Put on a nice suit, nice uniform. Oh, the guy must be a pure devotee because he's got a nice uniform on, nice thread and threads. Yeah, born of the word. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
I never knew that there was something going deeper, really. It was always on the, I don't know how to say in English.
Surface.
Yeah. But now, since I met you, I know there's much more Guru. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. That's how it's meant to be like that. When you hear, what are you hearing? It's just blue. No, you're hearing conceptions. And they're not, see, the world is talking. The world is talking, keeping you on a vibration, keeping you on the level of material consciousness, material stuff, material external. You hear from a devotee inspired by the Transcendental Lord. They draw your consciousness to deeper vibration, you could say vibration, realization, and where it's more, oh wow, this is so, oh, I really like this. Oh, this is so nice to be deep in the Lord. Well, it's meant to be like that. That's why there's the idea of guru, really, spiritual master. But most people don't know what it is. These gurus can't draw you into that state. All they can do is use props. Oh, you see, I'm a thunderbolt, renunciate. It's a prop. They can't prop you into the spiritual consciousness because it's beyond renunciation. It's beyond austerity. It's beyond pious deeds of being a good person. It's beyond material morality. Material morality. You hear that? There's a spiritual morality, actually. People, it's beyond all the coverings in this universe. That's why it's so rare. You think gold is rare. You think Bitcoin is rare. Oh my God, the true source of wealth, that connection is rare, and it comes through the real spiritual master, the real devotees and associates of that transcendental Lord that is from outside of the whole universe. They're beyond, God is beyond alien. He's so beyond alien. It's when you connect there, it's the, oh wow, I found home. This is what I've been looking for. This is the happiness. It's so real. It's eternal. See, so natural. Who's got that? See, see, this is the Kirby vacuum we're selling, man. Very expensive vacuum. But man, do we sell it cheap? All you have to do is turn your camera on every day, hear, listen, discuss, ask questions, whatever you want, you know. Listen and see, like you say, I didn't know there was, and go ahead there, Lolita.
Yeah, I'm happy that she says that, because I had the same mood and a few years ago. And then every day again, I'm surprised how deep it is and how much more there is, oceans and oceans and oceans. And then when I had this conversation with people who think that they are there, they have their opinion. Then I said, God, my goodness.
No idea. No idea.
Because Shamagori, she knows this because she's hearing for such a long time. And simply just submissive hearing, not controlling anything, not thinking that she needs to be the teacher and no, she's just receiving, and then you grow.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, everybody's uplifted here. Even I'm not like sitting here and saying, "Oh, wow, I'm so intelligent." You little peons out there. We're all uplifted. It's a family affair. You know, it's wonderful. People have no idea. You know, it's like you guys are doing like Ramananda Roy. We're all doing like Ramananda Roy. Ramananda Roy had a nice conversation with Lord Chaitanya that was so amazing, so deep. It's right there in the book. Okay? We're doing the same thing, having these amazing conversations like he was doing with the Lord. See, the Lord is actually here. See, and so it's just natural. He says he went to Maharaj Prataprabhu, said, I had these conversations with the Lord. They're so attractive. I'm sorry, I got to leave my sir. I just want to go and let's say I want to have more conversations like this. I like to have these discussions. It's so attractive. See, so you do the same thing. You guys are like Ramananda Roy in that sense. You do the same thing, even though, see, you don't have to go anywhere. You can stay in your home. The Lord, that's why, thank you, Lord, for technology. Oh yeah, it's you being used to control and manipulate everybody. But look how we're using it. It's great, man. Thank you very much. Let me use it as long as we can. You know, as long as we can, because look, you can stay in the comfort of your home, and you're doing just what Ramananda Roy. He had to go physically give up his job and everything just to go to be with Lord Chaitanya to hear these attractive talks. You don't have to go anywhere. It's the same Lord speaking. Can't you see? Does anybody see that? You think I can speak like this on my own? You think it could speak to the point of an awakening of love of God in others? Are you kidding? This is all because of this communion with God. That's why this is how we prove that this Lord I'm feeding is not a crazy thing. It's practical, substantial, and it's the true store of wealth that everybody can take shelter of. And you can still have your life, have your Bitcoin, you can have your money, you can have your worship of not worship. You won't worship any of that. You realize, no, the Lord is my worshipful one. He makes everything right in my life. This relationship is eternal, and it gives me life and gives everything abundance in my life and beautiful. That's the one thing I liked about the Bible. One of the things. And that's why I always loved hearing this. When you're connected with God, you know, you're a tree that's planted by the water. And always the water, you're always by the water. See, always sucking in the water, the life. You're not a tree planted in the desert and withered sitting there. You ever see withered things in the desert? They ain't got any water. See? That's the world. That's religion. That's ISKCON. That's Gaudiya Samiti, Gaudiya Math. They look like withered trees to me, to be honest. And it's not about being offensive to them. I just call their attention to that. That's not it, man. It's withered. You're withered. You're withered. You know, you got no real life. This is life, man. This is what Jesus, that's the same confident teaching because it's the same God, the same realization. Isn't it? When the same Lord is using you, you get extraordinary realizations. I never could believe I would realize this kind of stuff that I realize at these moments. Gives me real eyes. See, oh, wow, I can see now, Lord. Thank you so much. Man, I want to share this, God. I want to share my relationship that I have with you with others. I want them to experience this. Okay. This is what Jesus, why he was so confident, man. You know, went around saying, God, you got to get into my God. His God is great, man. He's giving me these realizations and revelations. I have the same experience because it's the same Lord I'm communing with. That's why I love Jesus. I love Prabhupada, same God, the real one. But most people don't know that God very well, and that includes everybody I just mentioned earlier. Not very well, not well enough, not deep enough. Extraordinary, huh? Lalita. See, because of her bhakti, she can relish this stuff. Samaguri too. See, this is because of your faith. See? And it's not blind. You guys have been listening, you're analyzing, you listen to other teachers and everything. So you have it, you've done the rounds. See? And so your heart knows what it's looking for.
Yeah, but to me, it's all your mercy, Gurudev.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
to me it is.
It is. I know.
It is. It's all your mercy.
That's the Lord. He does that. He turns over the credit to the guru. What can I do? Ultimate, really, it's him, but you got to know. That's why he makes you know that, hey man, I'm working. It's just like a flute, right? If you want to hear a God song, it's got to come through a certain flute. Not all flutes. They're mundane flautists, but then the Lord, he's got his particular flute that he liberates people with that song. See, you're hearing that song. So in a sense, he says, well, yeah, without this flute, I'm not going to deliver anybody unless they're an authorized flute that I actually, from my transcendental potency, are blowing life into the world. Not material. There's a lot of flautists out there, but are they liberated souls? A lot of people, a lot of gurus in religion, they're blowing a song through they're the Lord. But what level of a song are you getting? See, when the Lord is using a person, it's extraordinary. It's different. Why do you think people are still meditating on Jesus's words, the prophet's words? Because it's extraordinary, even now. Why? Because devotees of the Transcendental Lord. Same thing, Prabhupada, his books, everything. Ooh, Rupa Goswami, Sanatan, Krishnadas Kaviraj, Prabodhananda Sarasvati. The authorized flutes, they're authorized. The same Lord was using them. That's the guru you need, and a living one now. You need it, man. Look at what we're into. Look at these guys. They're telling you to do this, and they're supposed to be with a big PhD. And he's saying, no, I looked at this, and I'm so smart. I think you should get that poison in your arm. Come on, man. These are your leaders. Have you lost faith? And then you wonder, I'm sick all the time. Why am I sick? Or die. A lot of devotees are getting heart attacks. I see them. This guy's only 50 years old, and he was a devotee of Krishna. I know he went and got that damn thing. And he just had a heart attack. Why? And they don't even put it together. That's your leaders, man. That's what you believe in. I mean, that's just on the physical level. not much less emotional, spiritual. We work on all levels here. You need protection on all levels. Why not? Krishna can do it. Didn't he protect people in Vrindavan on the physical level?
Of course.
He gave them understanding. He gave them knowledge. And he removed these things from their problem.
He gave them shelter under the Govardhan hill.
Yeah.
Lifting it with one finger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, that has to be done again, but not physically. See, the pastimes, you got to lift the real pastimes on your finger. See, effortless. See, that's what we do here. We're lifting Govardhan. We're all getting the shelter of the Lord's pastimes. See, all the pastimes were on Govardhan Hill. We lift that hill every day on the pinky. These talks, these conceptions, this understanding, of Krishna is lifting Govardhan Hill. And it's given us, isn't it given us the same shelter? What is it, the physical thing from physical rain? Oh, I'd rather be Maya's raining all kinds of rocks on your head on the world. What's going to give you shelter from all these illusions, all these misconceptions? That's the real rain of the demigods. And now, see, not only the demigods rain speculations on the world, but also the demons now. That's why it's getting very uncomfortable in the world. See, they're getting on the act. They're controlling the weather now. It's not just the karmic balancing of the demigods. No, the demons are in. Hey, man, we're getting in the act. We're going to control the weather. We can control the elements. We can control the economy. We're going to have see, so it's like friction. But it's necessary. Otherwise, people will never give up their comfy positions. And the demons included. They got to see that their actions bear fruit also. You don't just kill people and think there's no reaction. That's what they're doing. You don't just poison. They've been doing this for a lot, and they think they act like there's no reactions. Oh, they're going to get theirs. You watch. Everything, action and reaction. That's why there's nothing for me to do about this. Why, though? They're actions and reactions, demigods and demons. You're just going to act and react, man. You follow your realization. I follow mine, man. Man, I don't need all that heavy work trying to fight something that's inevitable. Do always this against. What do you think Jesus meant? Resist not evil. Everybody in the demigod level, and a lot of Christians are still on that level. They don't understand this. They don't understand their Jesus, that they're worshiping deep enough. Resist not evil. It's coming down the pipe, man. The Lord is in power. See, we have knowledge. We have the Vedas. It says in the Vedas, sometimes the Lord empowers. See, it's the Lord ultimately empowers evil in this world. But don't think the Lord is evil. It's empowered right now. It was predicted to be empowered. Even Jesus predicted it to be empowered. Moses predicted, all the prophets predicted these things. In the Vedas predicted that there will be a time evil is empowered. It's called Kali Yuga. It's just how it is. So we're in the midst of that. But there's counteraction. This is what we're into. How to counteract that evil. How to counteract that whole thing, good and evil. How to transcend good and evil. That's the only opt-out. You can't take shelter of good. It's not strong enough now. You take shelter of evil, that's not good either. Ends up being go to send you to hell. See? But take shelter of the Transcendental Lord. That's the only option. Only option. You can't run here. Look at the whole world is being controlled by this very bad, very powerful evil now. See, all the governments, people are trying to think, how can I escape this? You can't do it. You got to transcend it. You got to have Govardhan being lifted over our heads. That's Sadhu Sangha here. We just come here and lift Govardhan Hill, and we're not pelted by the modes of nature and their interactions. You think it's everything. Everybody thinks in physical terms, but all these physical examples, spiritual ones, are trying to bring us into the spiritual level of consciousness. Lifting Govardhan Hill is lifting the pastime. See, this is revealed if you're a real devotee.
Mm.
That's better. That is better than lifting a big, heavy hill on your pinky. If you can lift the pastime, that's more of a miracle. See, because you can lift that hill and stop the physical rain from coming you, but the rain of Maya will go right through it, right through that hill, because that is representing the spiritual conception of lifting Govardhan Hill. That's what you get here. No Jaipataka, no Radhanath, and no Acharya Dev can give you such explanations. I cannot do it myself. You have to be like the prove. The Lord proves to me, hey man, you've proven to me every day you're working here. That increases even my faith. Hey man, I'm in this world, man, looking at all kinds of illusions every day, and so the Lord has proven every day to me that hey, He's real, He's substantial. He gives some real substantial connection and communion and protection.
But He's working through you. He's using you as His flute.
You too.
Just
Anybody,
like Lalita.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
River, Johan,
yeah.
Govinda.
Shamaguri.
Shamagori.
Me?
Yeah. Yeah. I know.
I'm still a little baby. I'm still a little baby.
The Lord likes little babies. He likes little babies.
Oh, so nice. Oh, Gurudev.
Yeah. He wants to work through. It's his great pleasure, man. He wants to excite people through his real flutes. See, you come and come in the real door, the right way. That's what Jesus is talking about. Come in where the Lord is empowering the situation to come into. He's obviously empowering people to come in this way into the kingdom of Vrindavan. And you get all the feelings, all the ecstasy, that the devotees have there. See, it shows you, it just proves that he hasn't abandoned us. He just, oh, well, I'm sorry, this is a one-shot deal. I came here as Lord Chaitanya and I gave love of God. And that's it. You guys, you don't get nothing. You get it. I'm going to just go back to the rules and regulations and just hard fasts and austerities, and I'll give you a Narayan Raj, and you'll just speak about Radhe, 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 but you watch all the rules you're going to follow and all the intense things and all the glorification of renunciation. That's all they do. I mean, renunciation, austerity, blah, but Radhe, Radhe, Radhe. And I'm sorry, we don't show any of the ecstasy that Lord Chaitanya showed 550 years ago. Oh, that's a no-show. Oh yeah, we have crying schools, no problem. Gaur Govinda crying, started the crying. We are continuing. But where's the crying? Sorry, no show. No crying show here. That is offensive. But we have the name. It says right there, crying school. We advertise it as crying school without the crying. See, we have Narayan Raj. Oh, yeah, purebhakti.com without the pure bhakti. Where's the pure bhakti? Oh, we have pure bhakti. Of course we do. Yeah, where is it? Oh, well, no, it's too confidential. Rupa Goswami we're not going to show it either.
You know what?
Go ahead. What?
I have seen it. I have realized, that above all these following rules, regulations, and all this, they forget Krishna. They don't really. I mean, what is this? Only following rules, regulations, and all this. Oh, regulative principles. Oh, they forget about Krishna. They forget about the love. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know why? It's very simple. I'll tell you why. It's very simple. real Krishna consciousness is beyond the mind, the material mind.
Yeah.
It's beyond material thought, and it's beyond
Mhm.
material rules and following. So if you're following that level of the path, you're meditating on external still, external mind. Oh, let's see, what
Mhm.
time is it? What time is it? It's in the mind. What time? Oh, I got to do this. Oh, it's Guru Puja time. Oh, it's this next program,
Yes.
next program.
Mhm. All day long.
All day long, and then you just go like a rat around the thing. And that, not that, now that's the beginning. That's why Moses preached that. That's why the religion preached that, and that's why Prabhupada preached it, and Bhaktisiddhanta preached this kind of thing, the merry-go-round. You start there, but ultimately you're not meant to end there. You're meant to move on.
Mhm.
This is moving on,
Go further.
yeah, this is so easy. Whether you followed rules, look at Amy. She didn't follow a bunch of rules, and she's here. It's the same God. It's the same process for everybody. The highest truth, distinguished from illusion, for the welfare of what? Rules and regulated followers, for people who have never followed any rules. Because you come here, we'll take you beyond the mind.
For everybody.
Yes, for everyone.
For
You
everybody.
ready to go? Ready for a trip beyond the mind? That's what it's about. Here, we go into transcendental reality. We go back into the garden. We take the fig leaf off. So now we have communion with God, with no more fig leaves, no material coverings, just communion with the transcendental Lord. He's looking for that. And whatever impurities are there, no rules and regulations to remove them. No, he does it himself. He just cleans you with his transcendental hand. Literally, the Lord would clean Lord Chaitanya would clean the bodies with his transcendental hands of his devotees. You can read this, but the spiritual thing, he touches you. He doesn't have to touch you physically. He touches us like with his transcendental hand here, cleans us. I love this clean. It's so clean, man. Talk about squeaky clean. I love it, man. Clean heart, clean everything. Inner bath. That's my Lord. Up roof storms, England. Raising the roof. We're raising the roof. That's what we're doing, raising the roof, isn't it? See, it's higher now. See? Don't you like high ceilings? I've always liked living in. That's why I like this apartment. You ever live in a low ceiling? See, that's religion. It's kind of very low ceiling, man. You can't really move much, you can't even lift your head completely up. Put it down, man. Put that head. No, I can't lift my head. Here we raise the ceiling. All of a sudden you look up. See, oh Lord, there you are. You notice all the devotees here, when they get ecstatic, they always go like this. Oh, just like Lord Chaitanya and his devotees, like this. Hands go up, right? Lord, man. And this is embracing the Lord. The Lord's looking for this kind of worship, but not the kind that, let me imitate Lord Chaitanya. Ever see some of those guys? I won't mention any names. And they try to look like Prabhupada or Lord Chaitanya. Some even get the hair. I met this one nice Sahaja in Mayapur. Got the hair. He looks so much like Lord Chaitanya, especially when he's young. Now he's old, getting old and crumpled. He's complete Sahaja. I mean, the Lord shows me and he's the one who left Prabhupada.
Oh, really? Yeah.
See, what's the lesson? You gotta find the real deal. See, and even if you find the real deal, you gotta move on.
I found it.
Yeah. See, so you're progressive. That's the teaching, Shamagori, and everybody else here. Many people have a connection with ISKCON. Okay? And you moved on and you prove that this moving on has been good, beyond good. Spiritual, transcendental, what God is looking for. He's very much like Jesus said. He told that woman at the well he said, you have to go over there to worship God. You have to go to the temple to worship God. You have to go up the mountain, the hard trip, the pilgrimage up that mountain to worship God. Yeah, we just worship God in spirit and truth. See, that's what we do. We're bringing people to that level. All you need is truth. All you need is that Radha. See, devotion to Krishna. That's all you need. And you're on your way, man. Perfect purification, perfect happiness. See, it's trust. You trusting the right source now. See, these devotees are trustworthy. You find a living guru, they're trustworthy. Because how do you know? How do you know what is trustworthy? Well, from your own experience. If it's connecting you to the real trustable one, then you know it's right. I'm not one of these cheaters, cheating you. I could, whatever faults I have, but if you're getting connected to that Supreme Lord and feeling that relationship, isn't that what's really about? Not what I'm wearing or how many right words I speak, like without going ooh, or whatever it is. You're still getting connected with God. You're feeling it, man. That Lord is going in you, and you're feeling, wow, my God, it's not like Bhagavad Gita. Everybody's in me. Now that Lord that everybody's in is also in me. That was the teaching of Jesus. Be in me, I in you, and we in the Father. You notice that happening here? How are you in Gaur Hari Das? You're just in this teaching, man, right? You believe in it. See, you're in, that you're letting it in you. I'm letting it in me. I'm letting it out of me too. It's in me and out. See? And you're taking it in, right? What's happening? It has a result. Is it putting you in illusion? Yes. Yoga Maya. That's the divine illusion. It's wonderful, man. That's what makes you ecstatic, man. Illusion to the other. You just got to get into the better one. See, this is the fairy tale that never ends, isn't it? Are we all looking for that? That's what I like to look at fairy tales. Oh, it sounds so good. And, oh, yeah. And they leave it always on the note. Cinderella met her prince and they live happily ever after. But is it really like that? No, but it is like that here. Look at Lalita. She met her fairy tale prince. Shamakori too. You met the Lord. The River also. Whoever else is here. Tom also is being introduced. Okay? And you're happy.
Yes.
Okay? And this is going to be forever. It just gets better. Just gets better. Hasn't it? I mean, it does for me. I can't believe, this is always up and up. You get on this roll, it's just the up and down is perfect. And it's not a down like people think. It's just settling, And then the desire, I want to commune and connect. The Lord has built us like this. Otherwise, it gives us inspiration. That's the Yoga Maya. See, the Maha Maya reflects that. We're doing that with material objects, but we're not that. We're actually spirit, man. We're not these material objects going, I got to desire this, and material feelings, that low grade energy, and then you get a high from connecting with the objects, and then the low when you're disconnected from your money, your wealth, your woman, your man, and then you got to get another one to replace it or more wealth. And you do this over and over, life after life. See? This is the reflection. The truth is we do this with God, and it's an upgrade. From, it's like Windows, what do they call that? XP to Windows 11 now. It's the upgrade. See? But even that's limited. See, they always have to have upgrades. It's never perfect. But this starts on the level of perfection. I'm here to just bring you to the perfect one. That's all. Connect with them. Perfect one. And now you're perfect. But what happens? Oh, you become more perfect every day. More perfect. You're perfect already. You connected with the Lord. He's in you. Now it's relationship. It's the way it's meant to be. We've tried that with the world and worldly people and people in Maya. It doesn't work very well. It always ends in crying. Okay? Here it ends in crying and laughing too. But it's wonderful crying and laughing, doesn't it? It's so good. You get this upgrade, you continue with the upgrade forever. Krishna is an unlimited ocean of bliss and ecstasy. And we're just standing on the shore, getting our little drops. and wanting more. See, you guys have been captured by a new illusion. See, the illusion is called yoga maya. See, you're never going to get out of illusion. You just got to transform the getting into the illusion about what you're really not, because we're really not these bodies, and we're not these material emotions, and we're not these material minds. But who we are is spiritual mind. See, the mind of and spiritual emotion bond with that transcendental Lord. See? So everything just becomes transcended, see, into another dimension that very few people understand. You show me anybody that understands this like this. You have to have actual deep experience with this transcendental Lord to understand these things. This is Bhagavatam. This is all Bhagavatam. It's all preachings of Lord Chaitanya. You're just hearing it now instead of just reading it and not understanding it. You all had Prabhupada's books, but now you're understanding them because you're meant to hear them like the Bhagavatam says. By regular classes in Bhagavatam is knowledge. By service to the pure devotee, all that's troublesome to the heart. What is troublesome? Ignorance, man, stupidity, stupid ideas, speculations, lies, cheating. That makes you miserable. And people have taken shelter of that and been miserable. See? That's what you leave here. I just teach you the real Bhagavatam is all about what is the highest truth, man. Devotion to God, man. And the knowledge that comes from that devotion. Satchidananda. The actual experience of it. Not speculate on what it is. That's what they do. Oh, Satchidananda is these ideas, and they're not actual experiences. But we're Guru Dev. We're going to get you to Vrindavan. Just worship us. I don't like idol worship. Do you? If I'm going to spit on something, I spit on idol worship for the benefit of the idol worshipers. They got to see there's no offense in exposing idol worship. Are you kidding? I'm doing a great service for Prabhupada in the line, exposing what's not eternal. Nobody has the power to do it, practically. Who's going to help these guys who have faith in idols? Hey, man, it's time to give up idol worship. Why not? We got the real deal, man. You come here, listen to these words, and see for yourself in your own experience if you're not feeling the real God beyond the goody two-shoes God, beyond the good God, or beyond the bad God, or beyond the lying, hypocritical gods out there. See from your own experience, man. No blind belief. We would take all the blindness away. You'll be a critical thinker. You'll be a logical thinker, better than any critical thinkers, any philosophers in this world. Why? Because most of them didn't have that transcendental Lord, and you do. You'll speak better than everybody. You'll feel higher than anybody and more ecstatic and happier than anybody. You become a true saint in this world. But not on your own, by following the real path, by following the real spiritual master who's really connected and empowered to deliver you. And then you'll be a real spiritual master yourself because you follow the real path. Otherwise, you don't follow the real path. That's why people leave. Some leave. And then they just lost the path. You notice everybody who leaves the real path goes to the wrong path. I mean, the one that is not transcendental. All of them, everyone, Mahavirya, I'll name them, Meena, Christina, all of them. That's your teaching. Anyway, you don't like it, too bad. That's the truth. Where does it say you give up a transcendental guru? Where did Prabhupada said you give up a bhakti guru that has real bhakti? Where is it said anywhere you give up a person who has genuine love of God?
Never.
Never. Okay? But where does it say here in the world? All of these people. But I also say, oh yeah, you can give up them because they're not transcendental. It's not right. The Bible and the Vedas say, do not do idol worship. Give it up. Look at the wives of the Brahmins. They gave up their worship of their husband, their spiritual masters, simply because they were still mundane, following rules and rituals only. And they were not attracted to the transcendental Lord, which is always, see, always through the real representatives, the cowherd boys. See, they went out and associated with the cowherd birds shortly, just like you guys. You guys are following the same path. You came back with love of God. They came back with love of God. You come back with love of God by associating here. That's our what do you call qualification. This is the authority. What God is doing, saying, hey, you're on the right path, because you come here and Gohar is just preaching love of God, devotion to Krishna, and the path to it, and you're following that, and you're listening to that, and you're there. I'm going to give myself to you because I trust you, because you trust my real devotee. As soon as you lose trust, boom, right into the illusion. You notice? Go look at it. Go listen to Amina's class. See if it floats your boat. See if she's found a higher path. Go listen to Mahavirya. Yeah. I just heard from where he called her a fool. I thought, whoa, you've really fallen far. Or I listened to my ex-wife. Oh, I don't believe in Gohari's preaching. Oh, you've really fallen far. See, you lost faith. You lost everything. All of those. They lost everything. Because everything is here. I mean, I can stick with it. You know, I had to experience losing it too. When my ex-wife and one of my students left, I started to doubt myself. Started to doubt Prabhupada's order. Because Narayan Raj said, oh, it's just a dream. You got the real guru here. Look at me. I'm right before you. Okay. And boom. And then even you can ask Sachi that. She says, all of a sudden I was wearing white, had a white bead bag, and I was attracted to the rules. Ooh, I want to feel like that. I want to feel, I guess, because I did it. I lost everything. I doubted this. And I said, okay, well, he's got something better. A year and a half looking for it. That's something better. And then I had to laugh eventually. I see how far the rabbit hole goes with Maya. Okay. I had the real thing when I connected with Prabhupada. And I started to I had to learn where's the shelter, man? Where's the real shelter? I only needed the book, but most people, you need a living guru. So the Lord has arranged that. Prabhupada arranged that for the devotees. Mm. Okay. I did realize, it wasn't in ISKCON, I wasn't in Narayan Raj, wasn't in Radhakund Babaji's. I was looking for that confirmation. Yeah. So anyway, it's here. I have faith in it now. I made my rounds. I checked out a lot of different things, not everything, but enough. How many? You want to go through the illusion? It's unlimited, man. It's unlimited. Not really. If there's a limit to it, but I don't want to spend so many lifetimes. I'm, good enough. So everybody.
Okay, Gurudev. I have to leave now. Got some things to do.
Yeah. No problem.
See you again tomorrow.
Yeah, see you again tomorrow.
Haribol. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So now John Andre says, at last we found where these ecstatic symptoms are welcome and seen as natural. Yeah, exactly. Isn't that what this is a place for that, because there needs to be some place for this transcendental tree to be grown. It's like in chapter 9 in Adi Lila talks about the transcendental tree of devotion. Where is it going to be planted? See, Lord Chaitanya became a gardener. He planted this transcendental tree of devotion. He got people interested. They also became a family. Okay? And they all cultivated this kind of thing, right? What are we doing? See, that tree has to be planted again. That's what the guru does. They're empowered to plant that tree of devotion again. This is not a tree of rules and regulations. This is a tree of ecstasy and prema. That prema is here, is what we live on. And people coming here, you'll live on this. It's not a tree. You want a tree of rules and regulations? Go to ISKCON, Narayan Raj, and all these Babajis. Or, a lot of Christians also. You want a tree of rules, or you want a tree of ecstasy and intimacy with God? Well, that's what we do here. Okay? That's what Lord Chaitanya did. I was always attracted. Wow, I love that tree of devotion, man. See? And then Prabhupada came. Krishna came to me, and said, okay, man, now let's plant that tree for the world to take shelter of. Yeah, it's been very good. For years, I was chanting in ecstasy and very happy. And Prabhupada came and said, okay, now plant it. Let's get some fruits going, not just you. You want to just go back to Godhead? Actually, I was already doing it. I just felt naturally, automatically Krishna's arranging people to come and all that. And I felt inspired, and all that. And Prabhupada and Krishna confirmed it. And so that tree is here, and that nowhere else have I seen it. Personally, you can look around, see if you stay here 30 days, any new person, and then see if you see anywhere in this world, you look for it if you want, anywhere in this world where you see the kind of happiness going on here that the devotees are getting, the kind of knowledge here that the people are getting anywhere else. You can try from your own experience. It felt better in Gaudiya Math, but Krishna took me away from there too. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it felt better. Yeah, because, they're a little bit better. They're a little, they're, what do you call, kind of good, kind of taking shelter of goodness, a lot of, regulation and good. And, but that's not good enough. And you're very fortunate if it's taking you deeper. Because here it's not just Radhe and then not showing the ecstasy. Here, the ecstasy is is here. Ecstasy is our gift. It's our gift here. It's the gift. The Lord gives this to me. He's given it to you guys also. Whoever comes, see, you take shelter of this. See, and then and people can see it lifts you above even like more material morality. Not that you become immoral, you transcend all of that things that people are worshiping, like doing good deeds, all of that. There's another path, and that's this. A lot of, in ISKCON, in Gaudiya Smriti, Gaudiya Math, they're striving for this, but they don't know it very clearly. That's what I found. They're not clear about how to do it. They may use the same words, like in Narayan Raj, Radhe, and talk about Rupa Goswami and memorize verses and everything. But where I didn't see anybody that was getting through to the Transcendental platform. See? And the reason is their guru could only take them as far as he was. And that's how it always is. That's why ISKCON Guru can only take you as far as they are. And that's why these Caitanya Lila, this wonderful book, is talking about the devotee that actually liberates you. See, they liberate you because they have the power to do that. The Lord is giving them the authority and the power by their word and by their ecstasy. See? And when I say by their word, it's just like my word here and Jesus's word was different than Moses's word. Moses's word didn't liberate you. Okay? Prabhupada's word didn't liberate you because what word was it? Rules, regulations, ceremonies, work for Krishna, all these more preliminary things. Okay? Here, you got the same Lord, but the Lord is saying, do this. This has been ordered. Give them the word of deliverance. Raise their consciousness to the transcendental platform. Speak things that only the book understands and real acharyas understand, but have withheld until now. That's the kind of word here. You don't believe it right away? It's natural. I would say just come and listen for a while and see. So anyway, one is fortunate if you keep moving on because there's something in your heart that you're looking for, or something in your heart that's looking for this kind of connection. It's always going to be devotion, real devotion, not just talking about it, not just purebhakti.com on the computer, but no purebhakti.com or coming. It's just purebhakti.com, a cyber thing, but no purebhakti.com. You know, where is that coming here? You know, coming, you know, it's interesting. Isn't that ecstasy? You know, devotee persons in the mundane world, they love to come. Everybody loves to come, right? So they like to ejaculate, right? They just natural, good feeling, right? See, so on spiritual level, we're meant to come. What is coming? Ecstatic union with bliss. This is special. There's nothing like it. It's not a material bodily thing. It's a spiritual bodily thing. It's like spiritual coming. See? But nothing to do with the material body. It's a spiritual communion. Oh, it's wonderful. That's chanting. Yeah, just like coming is natural. It's natural for the body, and it feels wonderful, right? Unless you have too much sex, then you go, you know. But you know, but this communion with God is even more beautiful, and it's eternal. And we teach that, how to come with God. You know, it's a God thing. It's the Lord's body, and your spiritual body is awakened, and the Lord's body is right there for everybody. Whether you're male or female, you can commune with the Lord. You can come, you know, you feel the ecstasy of that. Man or woman, he's for everybody. See, confirmed. How did that come? Yeah. Usually I had that turned off. Let's see. Oh, yeah. It's just. Yeah. Okay. Wow, we're on a roll today. Was I reading or what were? Did I read anything yet?
I don't remember.
Just I got on a roll here, man. Let me look over this. I don't remember nothing. I don't think I read anything, man. It's just pure channeling, I guess.
That's it. That's it. You give the Lord the chance to talk. So
Yeah, I was chanting and all this stuff was coming, man. I said, no, I was forcing myself to chant. Oh, and the Lord's saying, I want to speak. I want to speak. You know, hey, you know.
conversation.
Conversations with God, you know. Yeah. It's fantastic, man. You know, you can be better than that book in that sense, you know. Matter of fact, you know, after a while, I listened to that author and I thought, you know, this guy is not very, you know, this anyway, it was like, was not very impressive. Let's put it that way. And actually, he was a homeless guy, which was kind of to his merit. He was living in a tent. He wrote that book in a tent. And he became fabulously wealthy from that book, materially, anyway. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, you know, there's all these. Okay, let me start reading here. Or actually, you know what? Lalita, pick up chapter 9 in Chaitanya Charitamrita, chapter 9. Adi Lila. Or actually, wait a second. River, did you give class today? Okay, you start. You read. You start off here, chapter 9. We'll give Lalita a chance to. Okay. Oh, but she was pretty ecstatic today. I saw her. She's always ecstatic. Isn't it nice to have a Lord who just makes you happy every day? He knows how to keep his girlfriends satisfied. That's what I like about Krishna. You know, he knows how to keep his girlfriends happy.
Okay, chapter 9. The tree of devotional service.
Oh, is your I can't hear you there, River.
Is that better?
Oh, is it, maybe it's me. Let me see. It might be me. Can you hear Lalita?
Her sound is very low.
Your sound is very low.
I don't know. My mute is off. I've taken my headphones
Yeah, I can't hear
out.
you. You know, if you're using your computer, you can ask Karuna maybe to adjust your sound settings. It could be your microphone setting is too low.
Okay.
But anyway, see if you can do it. If not, I'll have to, Lalita will read. Try again.
I don't know. Let Lolita read.
You know what you could do is go off and come on again. Maybe it's something like that. Or...
Okay.
So Lalita, start reading. You start first.
Okay.
Chapter
Okay.
9. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Guru Maharaj. Oh, glories to you. Oh, glories to discipline line. Oh, glories to Lord Nityananda. Sri Krishna. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Oh, glories. Oh, glories. To Srimati Radharani. Oh, glories to Krishna. Let me offer my respectful obeisances and to the spiritual master of the entire world. Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu, by his mercy, even a dog can swim across the great ocean.
Yeah, he's the spiritual master of the whole universe. That's why I like taking his conceptions. See? And bring them into life. Bring them into the word. See, as they are, so that people can take advantage of that because he's the actual spiritual master. I'm just discussing his conceptions that he taught in these books. This is what liberates people are these conceptions. They're not the conceptions that the rules are going to liberate you. That's only the beginning. See, these conceptions that he taught that caused ecstasy to be born in people. He taught the essence of the path. The essence of path is just two things, man, that he taught over and over and over again. It's the bhakti scriptures and the Vaishnavas preaching them. But not just preaching, the regulative path and rules and regulations. No, the real Bhagavatam, the real message is where Veda Vyas started. And he wrote the Bhagavatam because his heart was not satisfied. Just teaching rules and regulations and varnashram dharma. His heart was not even satisfied teaching the principles of liberation and salvation. My heart is also not satisfied with that. You know, I went and stood with around ecstatic Christians for a month, and they were really ecstatic. But you know what? I was not happy with that. It was not enough. It was like I felt like Veda Vyas. They were still interested in salvation and liberation and oneness and mystic powers and stuff. I didn't like that. It was like I didn't feel my ecstasy awaken in that until I came back to Krishna. Okay? This is okay. Yeah. Say something, River. Let's see.
Hare Krishna.
There you go. You're done. Yeah. So you continue on there, River. Give you a chance to.
Where am I? What verse was Lolita on?
First verse.
First verse.
You can repeat it again, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
thank you, Maharaj.
yeah. Not just a second here. So not finished. So yeah, all glories to the spiritual master of the entire universe. And so we're very fortunate to preach those concepts because they very quickly awaken bhakti in others, just like he did. See, he taught them these principles, and his devotee Krishnadas Kaviraj and the other devotees, they enunciated them and clarified them and brought them to more clarity. And that's what we're doing here again. See, therefore, the same kind of result that happened back then happens now. I'm not just, oh yeah, I did that for a long time. I was ascertaining these things from the very beginning. I was reading these things and I was thinking myself, Lord, this is fantastic. I love these beautiful, yeah. I'm saying a lot of stuff that you're saying about me, oh, Guru, this is really nice. You're doing, yeah. I was saying that to the Lord. I just love reading Caitanya Leela and understanding the heart and the essence, but I only kept it for myself. Never told anybody until it started spontaneously happening and spilling out outside and getting confirmed by Prabhupada and Krishna to do more of that. He's spilling out. And, so this is what we need to hear is those teachings now. See, this is postgraduate. You want to graduate? Really? Come here. We won't just give you some paper on a wall PhD thing, something that you can't take with you. This you take with you. This PhD in Lord Chaitanya's teachings. You'll come with you forever because devotion with Krishna will be with you forever. That's the teaching. To awaken devotion to Krishna and others by the proper understanding of these conceptions of devotional service that do that. See, if you have a misconception, what does it do? It makes you miss the conception of Krishna. You don't conceive. That's a misconception being preached by religion, by ISKCON, by all of them. You got to go beyond the misconception and get the proper conception that causes the sperm that causes Krishna. He's in you, and we got to not shoot blanks, man, but shoot the real sperm in you. See, the sperm is the word, potent word. No speculation, man. As it is, it goes inside and causes that conception to be born. See, born again, spiritual rebirth. That's what's needed. Okay? And that's what you get here. You see, we're proving that, hey, there's potency here. We don't shoot. I don't know, Gohari's not shooting blanks, man. I'm Gurudev, listen to me. Yeah, what's happening in your followers over there? Are they conceiving? What does that mean, conceiving? Conceiving. What does that mean? How can I conceive a baby? I'm a man. Baby Krishna, man, is he awakening in you? Can we see signs of the spiritual baby inside you? Can you see those signs in River? Can you see signs of a spiritual baby in her growing? Yes or no? Just ask a question. Direct perception here. No bullshit. No crying school without tears. No purebhakti.com without purebhakti.coming to you. No, it's time for the birds and the bees. You hear Frank talks about spiritual awakening and spiritual birth and spiritual sex. Yes, spiritual sex with God. It's nothing to do with your genitals either. It's your awakened spiritual body going inside the Lord, and He's going inside you. Ooh, man, to get the Lord inside you. Ooh, is that a wonderful thing? Very pure. I can talk about it. There's no fault in this, unless you have a dirty mind, and this will help you get it out. If you say, God, look at he's nasty. That's your nasty mind. That's all right. Get it out, man. Bring it out here. Just lay it on me, man. We'll burn it up. It's a job here, man. Hot fire. Go ahead, River.
Right. Thank you, Maharaj. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto the unto the spiritual master of the entire world, Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Just a second. Amy and Tuka can't enter. Okay, you can enter on YouTube. Let's see. Karuna, give them the link to the YouTube. Can you get that, Karuna? Go to YouTube and look for the live link, or somebody. Maybe Tom can do it.
I already did.
You already did?
I gave it. Yeah.
Okay. Even could do on Twitch and stuff, but that's it. We'll do that another time. Okay, go ahead there, River. Sorry.
Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto the spiritual master of the entire world, Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, by whose mercy even a dog can swim across.
Isn't that fantastic? You know why she's crying? I'll tell you why. She may not even know herself. It's just beautiful, isn't it? The mercy of the Lord is so beautiful. How can you not help but cry and feel? So it is wonderful. Can you imagine how merciful? You know, this is yesterday. I'm only using this as an example. Person, I'm confused. Devotee. He said, I'm confused. These acharyas, these that I have respect for. They're saying, he's got a chant like this and many lifetimes and that kind of preaching. I said, by the heart, their hardness of heart tells all. It's not they don't have the power to transmit this path. The path is this. If you are authorized by Lord Chaitanya, then people will have this experience. You feel yourself, I'm just a dog, man. I'm crossing over the ocean. Right, Lalita, River? We're just dogs and fools, and we're crossing over this ocean of illusion. We are that verse. We are examples of these dogs. Gohari, me too. You think I think they're saying, oh, divine grace, Gohari. Oh, you're so great. And I'm thinking, yeah, I'm just a dog crossing over, and the Lord is empowering this, So what? It's wonderful. Let me just go on preaching if more people will be happy with the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Hey, man, I'm just here doing a job, man. I just been ordered, distribute that mercy. Just get a bunch of dogs. When I tell you, when Radhanath and Jaipataka, if they do, and the Narayan Raj devotees say, listen, we're just dogs. The mercy of Lord Chaitanya is in that Sangha. We can see that. Let us just become dogs like them and cross over. I thought they think in the Narayan Raj group especially, and Radha, we got to be great devotees. Like Narayan Raj, we got to be like Radhanath and live in caves and be renowned, and then we're going to get Krishna. No, you come here, you get the real teaching, man. Like the rest, become a dog in the house of Vaishnavas, like with the rest of the dogs. We went to the dogs, man. We're in the dog house. Come into the doghouse, man. We got the mercy and we're crossing over so easily. So you got ready to come in the doghouse? Or do you want to think you're something special because you live in a cave and you're renounced and all that other stuff? But you won't be as happy as us dogs here, right? Us dogs, we're having a great time, right, Lalita? You're having fun. We're just dogs, crossing over, and the Lord is in us. He's living in us, man, and making us happy because we're Lord, we're just your dog, man. We're the Vaishnava's dog. You ever see that, you have a pet dog, they'll love you, right? We're that with the Vaishnava. Hey, man, we're just dogs. We admit it, man. That's give us the mercy. Let us cross them. Let us be that verse. Let us be those kind of dogs. See? Therefore, it worked. That's why she's laughing. Krishna and her is laughing, saying, this mercy's fantastic. Yeah, we're that kind of Sangha. We're probably, to be honest with you, I think we're probably the only one that are in the doghouse, the real doghouse, the doghouse where you need to be. People don't know it's all about being in the doghouse. They know, I'd never go into a doghouse. No, we're going to go into the real, we look like really nice. We're going to go to those big sannyasis and gurus with thousands of disciples. They're looking really good, We'll go to them, not the doghouse. Gohari and his friends over there with they're just a bunch of dogs, barking. Look at these Gohari's barking all the time. Bark, 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 bark. Go ahead, River.
Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, by whose mercy even a dog can swim across a great ocean. A great ocean. All glories to Sri Krishna Chaitanya, who is known as Gaurahari. Who is known as Gaurahari. Excuse me. All glories to Advaita and Nityananda Prabhu.
So I have a question. Do you think that the Lord is living inside River? This are the symptoms. This is why the devotees who get this are very happy. We have to show the example that you don't have to be anything special. You just have to be in the doghouse where people are getting this kind of mercy. That doghouse is here. See, we're examples of the mercy. We don't have to, it's just like the early Christians. They didn't have to pretentiously say, oh, look, we're so great. People, they were doing healings. This is the real healing here. This is the real healing of your awakening your spiritual body. See? So people were being healed or whatever they were doing, they thought, we got to worship you. And they said, oh, listen, man, we're just ordinary people like you. But we got the mercy of the Spirit and we've got the power to transmit it to others. Okay? And that's the devotees thinking like that. The devotees thinking. That's not exactly conclusive what they were teaching. See, because people needed to go through them. You need to give respect. See, there's something in us that wants to give respect to somebody, whether it's an illusion or the Maya, right? You got to respect and praise something. You might as well praise realized souls who've gotten the mercy of God, even if they consider themselves dogs, right? Why not praise the real path so people can start to understand what is worthy of praise? Even a flute full of knots and all these things, but the Lord is using it. The Lord's very happy. I mean, that's what we're doing when we praise Krishnadas Kaviraj. You think it's just for them? Can you meet a living representative that the Lord is using in this world and you don't praise them? That's the test. That's the test. And if you can recognize them, then you can recognize a real Vaishnava and the real Lord. They're all transcendental and praiseworthy. It's hypocrisy to say, oh, Prabhupada. It's like started with Bhaktisiddhanta. All the disciples, oh, Bhaktisiddhanta, so great, so great. And they still were blind, many of them, most of them, except one probably, Prabhupada. And so anyway, Prabhupada becomes, showing the empowerment that he always actually had, showing the end. And they started doing so. And they said, well, no, Bhaktisiddhanta is the empowered one, and you're just nothing. See, did they really understand how the Lord is working? Did they really understand what is a real Vaishnava? See, no. See, they didn't know. The Lord will empower somebody with the transcendental potency, Satchitananda, see, real knowledge and real ecstasy in a real son of God. See, sun, light in this world. You need some friggin' light in here, man. Yeah, especially with all of what we see, all that darkness. You need a little bright bulb, man. Okay? And then that's the test. And you know, people are failing, and that's good. It's good that you fail. It's good that all these gurus have failed. It's good that Narayan Raj didn't recognize the bhakti inside here, the God, the Lord that was living. It's good that the Radhakund Babajis didn't. It's good that my disciples left didn't recognize, because it's a great teaching to the world. It's good that I recognize, because, hey, man, that's why this is going. It's good that you recognize. That's why my Lord is in you also. And you're saying, hey, man, I witness. Very good, very good. More than good. Let me show you how more than good. What do you don't just see? Show me any good persons with symptoms like in River and Lalita and Johan. Show me any good person that you can say is really good. Show me Radhanath. People think he's really good. Show me any of these gurus that you think are really good, and see if the same kind of symptoms that are in these persons are in them. Because if they're not, that means the Transcendental Lord's not in them yet. Therefore, why not go and be around the doghouse? Come back into the doghouse, man, with us. Because somehow the Lord likes us dogs and fools. Why are you too proud to take the mercy where it is? That doesn't the verse say that? Doesn't the verse say, the Lord will empower dogs to cross over the illusion? We've crossed over in this relationship, man. We're in it, man. We don't have to go anywhere. We don't have to go back to God. I don't care about going back. I'm in Godhead, man. This is it, man. It's a consciousness. It's an ecstasy. It's a bliss. It's an intimacy with God. What does Narada Muni have to go to the spiritual world? Go back to the spiritual world? He's in the spiritual world. That's the secret. The kingdom of God is within and at hand. You want to be an example of that? You want to be an example of the word coming from Jesus? Where you feel that, experience that. You call forth the kingdom of God just by engaging in pure devotional service of this utter simplicity of chanting the holy name. So did they get on here somehow or other? So let us know. Go ahead there, River.
Okay. All glories to the devotees of Lord Chaitanya.
So there's a time. Sorry, River. There's a time. It's got to be as it is, man. All glories to the devotees of Lord Chaitanya. As it is, without speculation. Devotees with real devotion for Lord Chaitanya. Can you see the symptoms of that? See? That's what it's all about. Whereas a real associate of Lord Chaitanya has transcendental associate with the Lord and is exemplified in this world by the symptoms of the Lord living inside them, because he's an extraordinary personality to contain. Matter of fact, he's uncontainable. You start engaging in sadhu sangha and devotional service, you cannot help but laugh and cry. There's nothing you can do about it, because the Lord wants to be free. Go ahead, River.
Okay. All glories to the devotees of Lord Chaitanya, headed by Sri Vastakur. Headed by Sri Vastakur.
How long are they going to be able to deny this, Lalita, River, huh? They deny that God is being transmitted here, the God that you can't see with any of these gurus or through any of their disciples. Not even, I keep mentioning this just to show perspective. Where do you see these symptoms in the Ryan Raj group? See, I guess I'm here to destroy people's faith in that. And the Radhakund Babaji, where do you see the symptoms? I have to do it. If I don't destroy illusion all the way up into its nooks and crannies, all the way up in there, the highest, echelons of it, which is called religion. Don't you know the evil one? My Shiva, my so-called adversary. I'm just shadow boxing, man. He resides all the way up in there in religions, these religious leaders, all of that. Where do you see the symptoms in their followers, like here? See, very simple. You come here, you learn perspective, you learn the gold standard of spirituality. Where do you see it? Go find the followers of Eckhart Tolle. Look at Eckhart Tolle. Put his face, put his face with the faces of devotees who have God really living inside them and really showing it. See? We're here to show and demonstrate and make God real in this world, because he is real. He just has to really be in you to demonstrate that. Otherwise, nobody knows. And you guys, the Maya, can keep trying to do deniability. I deny it. We don't believe in it. Yeah, you don't. We'll keep preaching the truth and set people free. I got big goals in this life. I want to set free millions. I don't want all these persons to start Vaidhi Bhaktas and die, and just get some piddly demigod position or something, or birth as a vegetarian only. No, we want all the way. We want you to experience spiritual communion with God. And where I want to see the Lord living inside, not just 10, 20, 30. I want to see him living in millions, my Lord. And everybody saying, yes, it's real. It's real. And then sweep up the whole planet. He maybe even get Biden before he kicks the bucket because of, maybe even Trump with his big ego, man. Just get him to really say, wow, man, this is what I've been looking for. He has a minister on duty too, guy who comes and preaches to him, but not this kind of preaching. You should. Can you imagine you have this kind of consultation? Oh boy, man. Right to the essence, cut to the chase. Give him the real power, man. Make him a real president of the United States, president of the world. You guys are becoming presidents of the world. Not only that, presidents of the demigods, man, they come and listen to you guys. Why? Because you have ecstasy, man. You have God living in you. You're worthy to listen to. That's why if I don't see the symptoms of my Lord living inside others, I don't consider them really worthy to listen to or take very seriously. Go ahead there, River.
Okay. In order to fulfill all my desires, I remember their lotus feet. In order to fulfill all my desires, I remember their lotus feet. I also remember the 6 Goswamis, Rupa, Sanatan.
Very fortunate is a person that knows that verse. Very fortunate. If you know that by remembering the Vaishnavas, because what they're preaching you, they're just preaching you the real conception of devotional service. And by remembering them, you feel extraordinarily happy. You don't need any material thing for that happiness. It's spiritual. Biden can't stop it. The Maya can't stop it. No one can stop that happiness that you have because it's spiritual. The material has no jurisdiction over that special happiness that a devotee has. And you're feeling that verse. See? So, and nobody else, unless they have gotten the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, can feel like that. See? They have all their desires fulfilled. God, look at you can't get all your desires fulfilled by thinking about money and gold that you may have or possess or want to, or Bitcoin or anything. You can't get the kind of happiness that people are trying to get with the most beautiful women, the biggest positions and everything, that a simple devotee like River or Lalita or Johan get by remembering the feet. See, the feet and the preaching and the word of Vaishnavas, because all that comes out of their mouth is glorification of what is transcendental. See? Go ahead, River. Sorry to interrupt.
It's all right, Mara. I also remember the 6 Goswamis: Rupa, Sanatan, Bhatta Raghunath, Sri Jiva, Gopala Bhatta, and Dasa Raghunath. It is by the mercy of all these Vaishnavas and Gurus that I attempt to write about the pastimes and qualities of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Oh, whether I know.
See, if you're not moved by these pastimes, what is the point? You know, if you don't love these pastimes, what is the point? What is the point of life, man? If you can't demonstrate to the world or your own self that that book is God, only God can make you cry like this, right? Only his real word can make you cry like this. Because if you're hearing the speculative word, you won't. And many of you have. Look at Johan. He was chanting like a cow, listening to these sannyasis in ISKCON. And he didn't. And now he's when he chants these words and you chant these words, you know, this is your demonstration of love of Krishna, because Krishna is this word. He's this book and he's that name, and you got a feeling for it and you're showing the world. That is preaching, man. That is real preaching. That is what Lord Chaitanya did, and you're doing it, and you're his real followers, and he's into you, and you're in him, and he's in you, and the world needs to see that. For God's sake, and yours, especially. I get a little, I can't help myself. It's so, I just gotta say a few things here when you just read these fantastic verses. Go ahead, River. Carry on. As far as you can.
Whether I know or know not, it is for self-purification that I write this book. I take shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who himself is the tree of transcendental love of Krishna. It's God.
So, you know, people that need to understand. So you read that the Lord Chaitanya was a transcendental tree of Krishna. Now, the Lord was there or around there. How did he know these things? Krishna, he wasn't even there when the Lord was there. I mean, he was around maybe, but he didn't catch wind of it until the devotees preached to him. Nityananda came to him. See? So that tree has to be around. See that? Where is it around? Where is it living? Wasn't Lord Chaitanya a living tree? You could say, yeah, he's a transcendental tree of devotion and all that, but you don't know what it is. You never seen it, man. Well, people saw it back then. Oh, they don't have to see it now. This is proof they have to see it now. It can't be this no-show thing. Where is the show of transcendental? What does it look like practically? What are its symptoms? Well, all that stuff we teach here and show here and demonstrate and glorify that like they did then. Therefore, that what happened then is happening now again, because we're in the real line, preaching the real line. See? Real line of what? This tree of devotion. You can come and see it, man. You can come and hear about it, hear it glorified. It has to be again. Otherwise, it's like it is now. Nobody knows. Narayan Raj group doesn't know. They think they know. Oh, yeah, it's this. Austerity. ISKCON doesn't know. It's all these rules, regulations. That's what it is. The tree of devotion is Varnashram Dharma. No, that ain't the tree of devotion. The tree of devotion was special and different and unique. And that's why Lord Chaitanya came here to demonstrate what is real devotion. Not devotional service according to the rules and regulations, but devotional service because of the awakened soul communing with God. That is the essence. That is where it's going. That is what's being taught here. Hey, you see it. Wow, you get a tree of devotion? Yeah, now I see what it looks like. Now I look at the verse and I see what the verse looks like because I see it again, resurrected, revival, revived. For God's sake and your sake too. Go ahead.
Love of Krishna is gardener and also the bestower and enjoyer of its fruits. Lord Chaitanya thought.
Read that again. Read that one more time, that last part.
Its gardener and also the bestower and enjoyer of its fruits. Do you want me to read the whole thing again?
Yeah, read the whole thing again. That's a good.
I take shelter of Shri's. I take shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu, who himself is the tree of transcendental love of Krishna. His gardener.
So we need to take shelter of Lord Chaitanya, the transcendental tree. But practically, that's why it starts with the guru. See? The guru is an empowered version of Lord Chaitanya. Even Lord Chaitanya showed that he was acting as an empowered version of devotion to Krishna, even though he was the combined form. So he shows also, again, through the empowered version, that you got to see a transcendental tree of devotion to Krishna, again, sprouting on this planet. Okay? Otherwise, you don't know what it is. Nobody knows what this bhakti is. It's the most rare substance. It's like that you heard about gold, right? But you never really seen it. But people saying gold is beautiful. Gold is beautiful. It's just like saying bhakti is beautiful. Devotion, he was a devotion. But you never seen it, man. Never even seen it. So how do you know it? Somebody comes up with pyrite and said, here you go. Here's the gold. And that's what they've been doing. That's what they've been doing. They're holding up pyrite in religion, in all of them, in Narayan Raj group, holding up, this is gold, this is gold. And so we're also holding up the real gold. And people can compare. Do you see this gold in Narayan Raj group now? Do you see it in ISKCON? You see it in Gaudiya? You see it in the world? You see it in Christianity? We're saying this is real gold. See, the scriptures were glorifying this, and we're glorifying it by it being in us, a new tree, revived and growing profusely.
The hidden treasure.
Hidden treasure coming out. See, we're not hiding the treasure. No more hidden treasure. No crying schools without the crying. It's time for the crying schools to be real crying schools, and real Raganuga Bhakti being real Raga. You know, we feel God and you express God and he's in you and we can see, look at River, man. She's crying and God is definitely in her, man. Come on, man. Wake up, you sleeping souls. You see my big stick here? Truth. Big stick, man. Man, you get smacked with this, all your illusions go away. All your ignorance will go away. You can bring me by. Look at me. I'm just beating these gurus, man. Beating them with a stick of truth until they wake up, man. Wake up. Like a Zen. This is like a Zen teaching, man. You Zen master go around as soon as a person falls asleep, and you go around with a stick. So I use a stick of truth, man. They're all falling asleep. They've been asleep for a long time. Time to beat them with the stick of truth. You know, tell them what is true and show them too. Both. You got to show and tell. Where real God is. The real God is here, man. Again, revived.
Marge, when I went to India when I was 7 years old with my family. We went to the Golden Temple in Amritsar, and we slept there. And you used to be able to sleep around the outside back then.
Oh.
And the guy came round at about, I think, 4:30, 5 o'clock, and he smacked my brother with a stick to get. And I wanted to beat this man up. It was so funny, but it's so relevant of hearing this from you now about smacking people with this truth to wake people up. It's so beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah.
So
like Haridas, remember he said, I came here I'm just roaming around, just waking people up, just waking them up, man. See, even the smartest people say, hit me hard, hit me, wake me up, man. I'm ready, man. Go ahead.
I'm just finishing this verse. It's gardener and also the bestower and enjoyer of its fruits.
Yeah. So anyway, you start to experience that. And, here, the devotee, and when I read that verse, I say, yeah, that's how it is. It's like inside the empowered version is like that. We're the gardener. The Lord is the gardener in us, and we're also gardening. And it's like, hey, man, you could stop doing. You can just go around. You can get it. Just go to the Maya. You can get absorbed in Maya and all that. But when you get this, then you become the gardener too. The Lord working on the inside, you working on the outside, right? I pick up my bead bag and start chanting, right? Gardening, isn't it? It takes out the weeds, doesn't it? And the Lord awakens from the inside. See, now that's relationship. See, I turn to within. See, the kingdom of God is within and at hand. I bring them out, engaging in devotional service. See, so the gardener and then the bestower of its fruits. See, the Lord bestows the fruit of what? Love of God. By engaging in devotional service. You got to become the verse. If you're not the verse, you'll never be a tree. You'll never propagate this. You got to know this verse. You got to feel this verse. You got to experience this verse. And also the enjoyer of these fruits. You got to say, oh yeah, Lord, we're enjoying together, man. We're having a nice picnic. See, I see you're happy, and I'm happy too, to being together. This is what it's all about. This is Vrindavan. This is the Garden of Eden. No fig leaf between us anymore. Go ahead, read on.
Take shelter of the Supreme Lord. There we go. Lord Chaitanya thought, my name is Vishvambhara. My name is Vishvambhara, one who maintains the entire universe.
Okay, this is really amazing, man. My name is Vishvambhara. He also means the maintainer, also the shelter of the universe. And it's so true. See? Now, go on.
One who maintains the entire universe. Its meaning will be actualized if I can fill the whole universe with love of God. Its meaning will be actualized if I can fill the whole universe with love of God.
There you go. That's it, man. You see, people have not actualized. There's even the guy, the guy who was talking about he's a psychologist. Very good psychology thing. He's talking about self-actualization. See? But he didn't know the extent of what that meant. He was talking more on a material level, actualized and all, and all this stuff. But no, the real self-actualizing, see, is what we talk about here and what we demonstrate here. This is self-actualization. See, because the Lord is thinking, I'm going to come here because people are not actualized. They're just taking shelter by Maya and getting mixed results, sometimes good, sometimes bad, sometimes becoming demons by association, sometimes becoming fruitive workers like human beings, sometimes becoming like demigods. See, they're not self-actualized. They don't know how to take shelter of the real self yet. They don't know that. They haven't. So they take shelter of the temporary energies, the passion, goodness, and ignorance. They're taking shelter, oscillating in that realm. That's samsara, around and around and around you go until you're self-actualized. Okay. Now the Lord is saying, I'll be, if I can fill the universe with love of God, that's why I got big goals. He's getting me think like he does. I'm thinking also, if we can fill this world with love of Krishna, real love, get people beyond religion, take that fig leaf off, man. Stop listening to the snakes, the hypocrites, the idols. Get them to be in the Lord. And because you're in the Lord, when you hear devotees who the Lord is really in, that's the secret of Guru. You got to see something special and spectacular. That's why you're thinking, I didn't quite get it there. You got to find that special place like Maharaj Parikshit did, where he saw that. He got a glimpse of the real thing in the womb, the real Satchidananda presence in the womb that saved him. And he looked his whole life and found it again, Satchidananda, in the empowered version of Shukadev Goswami. And he listened. And then the Lord came in him because he listened to somebody. The Lord was truly, genuinely, not fake out, not imitation, not lie. I mean, Maya's a big lie. She's so good at it. Where the Lord, he could be confident. Wow, that same Lord is inside Shukadev. Let me listen. And just by hearing that Lord like a ghost, and after 7 days, he was ghosted with the Holy Ghost. More than that.
Brilliant.
And all of a sudden he says, I got it. Let that snake bird or whatever magical thing that was created by that Brahmin, who's my benefactor, brought me here, brought me to Sukadev. Thank you, Brahmin. Can you imagine you thank your torturers? That's why I thank Biden, man. Torture, yeah, do whatever you want. Bring them here back to the Lord, man. Whoever will listen, you're going to get actualized. Love of God will be in you. See? The Lord will be in you and all will be well. Again, forever. Otherwise not. You're not actualized. You keep taking shots. Oh, maybe Bitcoin will save me. Oh, maybe gold hoarding will save me. Oh, maybe hoarding all these cans of food will save me. Well, they save your body for a little time, but it's inevitable. It's going to go. What's going to save you, really? Your soul has to be awakened by being in the real line and being in the doghouse with dogs who have this mercy. It's that simple. See? And then you come here. See, River's actualized. Lalita's self-actualized. They actualize by the real self, by communion. This is where it's all going. All of life universally for the demons, the demigods, the lizards, whatever else is controlling the world. All of them we're all the same God is in there. But when are you going to hear the message? You'll know you're out there. I don't care. Demon body, lizard body, they know actually a lot of times better than human beings. They know there's higher power. They work under rules. You know that? They got rules. See? But their rules are not as powerful as our rule. We have rulers. Radha and Krishna, man. Devotion to Krishna set us free from everything. Actualized. See, the meaning of life is actualized by devotees here. They're getting the fruit of what Lord Chaitanya, the greatest avatar in any age, has come. You guys are getting and has demonstrated that what's in you is better and more extraordinary than what's in everybody else, including these gurus, including Narayan Raj. And I only mention his name to show the extraordinariness of what's inside you. I am that clear about it now, just to point it out. So that's what you got to find. That's where Lord Chaitanya is really working, in the doghouse here with us dogs. Roof, roof. Otherwise, it's wolf, wolf out there. Better just ruff, ruff, woof, 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 instead of wolf, wolf, wolf. Stop following the wolf out there. Maya, she's a big wolf. Go ahead, River.
This meaning will be actualized if I can fill the whole universe with love of God. Thinking in this way, he accepted the duty of a planter and began to grow a garden in Navadvip.
Isn't it nice? Our shelter is this. See, love of God is our shelter, isn't it? What else do you need? Devotion to Krishna, love of God, whatever you want to call it. Loving the transcendental Lord. Love really ultimately is transcendental. This is what everybody is seeking. They want to love. You fall in love with a man and woman, right? But it doesn't, there's something, an edge to it. It's never, you think, oh, it's going to always be wonderful and everything, and it never is. Well, this is the thing where our hearts are looking for, this love of God, love of Krishna, love of Christ, love of Ram, love of the transcendental Lord. It's all about that. And now you're governed by love. See, that's your governor. You don't need a president to govern your actions. The more you get into this, you see this is for babies. All this government and all that is for babies who haven't learned how to take shelter of the transcendental Lord. Really, because that result doesn't work. They can't be a very good. It's just like our parents. It's just, the parents. A lot of us come in dysfunctional families. Our parents beat us. Maybe they raped us. They had terrible things sometimes. That's our parents. That's our government. They can't help it. That's their limitations. They believe in the mundane. And that's the result. They can't be very good parents, but they want to be. They want to be Biden wants to be your parent, wants to tell you what to do, wants to control the money. See, they all want to do, they all control. They want to keep people in this. This is what the Maya does, wants to keep you. But see, you got to come out of her control. And the only door is the devotees, the little doghouse. You got to come in the doghouse. It's not really a doghouse. It's where those who really know the truth are set free. Okay? Otherwise, the government's there, and they're always going to control you. And you can try to get away from the government of Maya. But unless you come in the door, the way, the narrow gate, which is the devotee who's taken shelter and has the shelter of Vishwambara, the transcendental Lord, see, is fed by that transcendental Lord. And you come under that same shelter by their grace. Okay? Otherwise, the government will always be out. You'll never transcend the government of Maya. Okay? That's what it's about. Transcending the government of the illusory potency. That's all temporary, all mundane, all to do with the material body, material mind, and material emotions. It's all, you're bonded like glue to that. You come into the doghouse here, you're going to be bonded like glue to the transcendental Lord, and you're going to love it, man, like everybody's showing here. You're going to think, my God, I am a success. I'm so grateful. Wow, the Lord has sent me a real guru to show me the real way. And proving it, not just blah, 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 and nothing happening. No, it's some blah, blah, blah. No, See, you get blah, 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 and this is great. Radha, Radha, Krishna. You feel it. Isn't that what spiritual life is about, or you want it to be a head thing? That's all I got in all those groups, Narayan Raj included. It was still a head thing. Maybe they're on the right track a little bit, sort of. But not perfecting. You got to find perfection. Yeah, perfection is getting the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, where even dogs like Gaur Hari Das can cross over this illusion. And anybody who listens to the barking of this dog here, yeah, look at you guys are getting that same spirit in you. And it's not a ghost, not a bad ghost or negative, not even a positive ghost. It's a holy ghost. Now you know what holy means. It's the same feelings God have. He's joking, laughing, crying eternally. And you're on the same page. I guess you can have a picnic with the Vrindavan God. It's all about picnics. It's all about having a relationship with somebody. Don't we like to have friends? How about having Krishna as your friend? You'll say, oh, I'd like to have a picnic with River, man. She likes what I like. She laughs what I like. She likes my jokes. She likes my book that I wrote through my intimate devotees. She likes it. If you don't love these books to the point of tears, and like you see with River and Lalita and Johan, you're not qualified for Vrindavan. That's just a fact, man. Time for you to hear the birds and the bees. Until you like what the devotees in the spiritual realm like, you're not going there. I don't care how many speculations you have. Well, I chanted my 16 rounds and I was like this with the Prabhupada's program. And you're going to go and see Prabhupada and say, okay, I'm ready to go to Vrindavan. I'm sorry, you didn't move on, man. Didn't you hear the preaching of Gaur Hari Das and his associates? Well, no, I thought that was Maya. I thought, because, I was speculating on what you're teaching and all that, and I didn't think that was important. Okay, well, go try again. Oh, well, by enjoying the demigod thing, simply because you like my books and you put them on the shelf and maybe distributed them and all that. So go up there and enjoy up there for a while. That's what, and then go back and meet a real devotee teaching these kinds of things that we're teaching here. And when you're attracted to that, then you can come to Vrindavan because they prepare you. That's why they come to this world. That's why the demigods come to this world. You know that? They need to meet a little living Satchidananda person. See? And get purified here on this planet. There's no Vrindavan in any other place in this universe. Can you imagine? There is no other place than Earth for Vrindavan. Can you imagine all the planet? There's no place. But there is a contradiction. There is some place. It's a living devotee roaming around this universe in Vrindavan consciousness. Now you found another Dham. Otherwise, it's only Earth where this Dham is. Can you imagine how rare? What is the Lord showing the rarity of Vrindavan? Only planet in the universe of millions and zillions of planets where the Lord comes. It's like him choosing a flute. That's how hard it is. That's why you see none of you guys can get it through Narayan Raj. Wasn't quite the place, was it? None of you got it through the preaching of Prabhupada. You got the step. Not from the Radhakund Babajis, not from the world, not from Eckhart Tolle are you getting here. Not from Muji, what you get here. Very special. Why? Because it's the rarity of Lord Chaitanya's mercy. It's fantastic. And it's the best of all. That's the way the Lord is. He's very rare. This is what Prabhupada was asked. How hard is it to find a person that has really realized Krishna? And it wasn't the answers that the Narayan Raj grew. These go get a pure devotee anywhere. There's so many out there. Go to a God brother or something. But that wasn't Prabhupada's answer, and that's not mine either. Prabhupada said, you want to find a person who really knows Krishna, really intimate, no fig leaf between them and Krishna? Well, that's like going out into outer space, into infinity out there, and finding a log floating up there. That's how rare. That's what I preach. That's what I've seen. I've been looking. Where is that? I was like Maharaj Pariksit. Where is that same personality that I experienced the very first day with Jesus, very first day with Prabhupada, from their writings, from their books, and the real glory. Okay. Never found it. Didn't need to, actually. That's why it was here. The book was sufficient, but it's not for most people. You all know that too. See? The book was actually sufficient for Prabhupada if he would have got it, but he met a guru. He met a real guru, and like that, got it. Because he was, Bhaktisiddhanta came in like this. All of them have to come in. This is so rare. And look what you get. You get the same rare thing that such a rare person, rare guru, rare spiritual master has. You get that. No wonder you guys are saying, oh, Lord's my guru. Yeah, because it's a rare thing what you're getting. You've already been around enough to see you couldn't get it through Muji. You couldn't get it from any of the sannyasis out there, any of the gurus out there, yet you're getting that here because you're in the doghouse. See? Look at Gauri does. He doesn't have to prove anything by wearing this, doing that. This austerity, it's just there. Right, because, hey, man, I live with my Lord. I love it, man. Stay with him, he stays with me. You're all getting that too. You stay with him, he'll stay with you. Isn't that nice to have somebody like that, a relationship like that? If you stay with them, they'll stay with you. If you go away, well, then you went away. Go ahead, River. I'm just outrageous today. I don't know. I just feel really outrageous.
Makes great preaching. Thus, the Lord brought the desire tree of devotional service to this earth and became its gardener. And he sowed the seed and sprinkled upon it the water of his will.
Yeah, you see, this is what the teaching of Jesus was. He says, if you don't believe in my word, believe in the results that the Lord is doing. Believe in the fruits that the Lord is manifesting. See, so the devotee is the gardener. He's sowing the seed of the word, like Jesus said. Same idea. It's universal. When you're ready to be delivered, the sower comes. They sow the word of the kingdom, like they says in the Bible. You hear the devotee Bhagavata. See, and so like a gardener, sow that seed, and then the water of God's will comes on it. See? If it's the real potent word, the water of his will is that seed will sprout. If it's not his will and it's not his real word, it won't sprout. That's why you don't see it in the sanghas. Not in the Raimer. I went a year and a half looking, where are the highest gurus there? Couldn't see this seed sprouting because it wasn't the right word. For whatever it is, doesn't matter. Everybody's a servant of the Lord, but the right word for that sprouting of love of God, that's the thing. Not about, you couldn't. No. Right word. It didn't sprout with Prabhupada's disciples either because it wasn't the word to do that. They know that.
But the order is given. No.
The order is there. See? It was actually sprouting already, but the confirmation was there. Prabhupada said, you're doing exactly what I want you to do. It has my full approval. See, he didn't say my approval. This has my full approval. You do more in this. See? And so doing this, it's the order confirmed, and it was the will of God, and the order confirmed. And then so the Lord is sprinkling the water of his will for the fructification of love of God here. Otherwise, it wouldn't happen. It shows you this is the real deal. I'm just logically explaining. My Lord is reasonable. My Lord is logical. He gives me right reason and real logic to explain things. He makes a dog an uttamadikari. They don't understand. They think uttamadikari by your own strength, by your chanting 1 lakh or 2 lakhs, then you're uttamadikari by your strength. No. Get the mercy, Lord Chaitanya. Enter the doghouse. with a bunch of dogs, happy dogs. Why? Our master feeds us every day, right? We're fed. What are we fed? Is it material food, spiritual food? Forgot my point. What was my point? Anybody remember?
No. Where it started. I don't remember where it started.
I don't remember either. Oh yeah. The seed of his will. Sowing the seed and sprinkling the water of his will. So you could see the will of the Lord is love of God again. Isn't that nice? Hey, the will of the Lord is the love of God sprout now. Anybody coming here and listening to these messages, love of God will soon forthcoming sprout in you. See, the Lord will sprout in you. Devotion to Krishna, love of Krishna will sprout in you and make you eternally happy, like the devotees here, the witnesses.
Yeah,
Okay? All by hearing these talks, coming and associating. Take advantage of technology right now, because we're taking advantage and bringing forth the Lord sprinkling on you guys. Many times I haven't even met any of you. He's sprinkling the water of his will and love of God. I never met Shamaguri, and look at her now. I haven't met Amy, and look at her now. See, Lord is sprinkling his will on them because of technology. And what does Maya do? Oh, you have faith in me? Oh, let me show you how I'm going to use technology on you. I'm going to make you a robot. I'm going to, put all this stuff in you, and we'll control all of that. Maya's into these diabolical things. You come and listen here. The Lord's going to sprinkle his water of the will. You're coming through technology. We're using it rightly, nicely, transcendentally. You get love of Krishna. You're eternally free. These guys are striving to be immortal, and you're already immortal. Lalita's already immortal. River's immortal. Why? Because the Lord has chosen to live inside them. They're immortal now. I'm sorry. I ain't sorry. But, you're free. I'm very happy. My God, the Lord sprinkling the water of his will. Look at Johann, man. Dreams of Krishna and ecstatic. Look at all the devotees, Govinda, every happy because the God is in you. Nobody will be really happy until God resides in you. That's your witness program. When God is inside you strong, then now you know what real happiness is. Now you can teach the world what real happiness is, because they don't know. Nobody knows. They think it's in getting, let me trust in the wealth of the world, or the money, or the Bitcoin, or this or that, or the woman, or the man, or in politicians. They don't know what you know. No, trust in the true Lord. Hey, let us get that God in you, where you can feel that. It's not just God, God, God. Radha, Radha, Radha. You feel it, yes. They live inside me, and they make me happy. They're my life and soul. And the Lord is thinking in your terms. He's saying this, Lalita is my life and soul, literally. His life and soul is her externally manifest, or river. That's his life and soul. He's showing his, how they say, the saying is showing their heart on their shoulder. See? That's what you're doing. That's your preaching. Teach people how to get that transcendental Lord to live inside them. That's the message here, man. Get God inside where you feel that relationship forever. What do you think? There was a preaching of Jesus. He knew this. He had this spirit, man, living inside him, awake, his companionship. And he said, he even told his disciples, that Lord that's inside me will also be inside you. I'm going so I can bring that into you. Okay? And then they had the Holy Spirit and were happy forever. Now that's why they're great saints. We make saints here like that too. Until the Lord is living inside you, you ain't a saint, man. None of these gurus have shown me the symptoms that my Lord, that's ecstatic Lord, this devotion to Krishna is living inside them. Okay. That's why I say my disciples who have that are 1,000 times better than that. See, people still taking show. No, my Guru Dev's going to get me. Yeah, is God living? The question should be for you, disciples of those gurus, is the Lord living inside him? Oh, yeah. Well, what does it look like? Well, I don't know. We just believe because everybody else believes. Well, you come here and I'll show you what it looks like when God is living inside them. You look like River. You look like Lalita, man. You look like Johan. These persons have been chosen by God. And I ain't ashamed to say it, man. I say it with gusto. They're worshipable even to me. I'll kiss their feet, man. I'll put them on my head. My Lord's in there. Why not, man? I love my Lord. My Lord, wherever he is, I'll bow down. But if you're not, I'm not going to bow down to any dormant God in people. That doesn't give a good example. I'm here to teach people bow down to where God is residing here. These are saints now. If there's any false ego in them, Krishna will take care of it. He'll just cut it out. He just disappeared and all of a sudden, oh, I thought I was great. Yeah, well, he just cuts it. It's like that. So that's what it's about. That's the birds and the bees. And I think we're going to take a little break from this intense because otherwise the whole world will explode. Including Gaur Haridas. I want to get off my can and move around a little bit.
Get off your soapbox.
Get off my soapbox. I'm here to wash everybody's mouth out with soap. Mine included. No etiquettes, straight shooting truth, man. Yeah. Sunday, Srila Prabhupada, nobody is barred or checked for becoming the highest position. Exactly. That's why, this is really, we just fluff out Prabhupada's real preaching, the essence. And this process, Krishna conscious movement, is to bring anyone to the highest platform of understanding. Yeah. And most people didn't quite get it with Prabhupada enough. Therefore, this is Shiksha. To fluff out these things where it becomes manifest in your life. And you're not just, look at these gurus, they cheated me and I got to go to another guru and another guru and another guru. Well, where is this fructification of what Prabhupada's saying? Where's the highest position being? The highest position is as soon as the Lord resides in you, that is the highest position. That is perfection. See? And it starts there. Now you're perfect. And next day and next moment, more perfect and more perfect and more perfect. Okay? Why? You're just simply associating with the perfect one, the Lord. You become perfect by association. Simple. You got closeness with God. He has chosen to live inside you simply because you believe in his real associate. You see, if you don't believe in the preaching of a real associate, especially when they say Radhe, 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 then there's something not quite right. That's what I learned. Because I'm also saying Radhe, 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 Lord Chaitanya, but something's happening. For those who are listening, people are getting an experience of that, of what's being talked about and discussed. Extraordinary experience, like you're saying. What is this inside me? Is it a ghost? I think I like this ghost. Ghost me more. Put more of this ghost inside. Right, Lily? Do you want more of the ghost? Yeah? How about you, River? You want more of the ghost?
More.
More, yeah. It's a great ghost, Holy Ghost. It's the only Holy Ghost. Everything else is some other energy. It's got an edge to it. This has no edge, man. This takes all the edges, all the roughness, starts polishing you. Now you're getting really polished. So you become a class act in this world. Haribo, everybody. Have a great day, and we'll be back. Java Japa coming. You know, it's going to come. It's going to come.
Chilokora Haridas ki jai. That's brilliant,
Oh,
Maharaj.
there's a little puppy. Oh, yeah, great. Little, see, it says Krishna is a sign.
Whew. Brilliant, Maharaj. Thank you very much. Great teamwork today. With
Yeah,
the
yeah, you
voice.
see, yeah. It's teamwork. We got to work together. That's how it is. It's fun, more fun. I don't want to just, it's not like that. It's when Lord Chaitanya is here, we work together, associates. It's all beautiful.
It is. It is. It's great fun.
Okay, I'll see you.
Okay,
Have
you.
A good day.
Too, Maharaj. I love your shirts.
Oh, thank you.